one. Let's get it cracking. What up?
What it is?
What's up?
Yeah, right.
What's happening, girl? Right. We're back.
Back at it again with the back at it again.
Back at it again like we never left.
Nope.
Oh my God, I've had too much coffee, too much Red Bull today. I'm feeling wired.
She's got problems. I'm just jumping for joy because it is, drumroll please, our 10th episode.
Oh, we
woo, woo, woo,
yes.
Woo, 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 woo.
We've made it. 10 eps.
Woo, woo.
What are you saying?
Thanks for being here, guys.
She's doing all sorts of stuff with her mic.
Shut.
Oh my days. We've had about 2 hours to prep. Oh my God, all right.
Shut up.
Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. That used to be my chick.
Who is that?
Black Eyed Peas. What do you mean? Who is that?
I was going to say something ridiculous.
What was you going to... Right,
don't worry.
Don't say no
don't
scandalous.
Worry.
What was you going to say?
Don't
Go on, enlighten us.
Don't worry.
Go on in. That's my slogan.
No.
All right, she doesn't want to enlighten us. Right. Guess who's back?
Back
again.
It's a very special episode for a lot of reasons.
It's very special.
Reason number one,
Uno.
You're listening to us, so it's a special episode.
Guess who's back again? Reason
number two, like we just said, it is episode 10, baby.
Get me? I'm gonna get like a sound. Episode 10. Woo 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 woo. Yes.
And it's very special. Reason number three, because it is bingo
week.
It is bingo week, baby.
We promised last week that we were going to do bingo week. So the rules of the bingo card is we're going to post the bingo card on our Instagram.
From the night before, don't worry. So
with 9 things that we say. It's going to be things that we say often, things that we say every ep.
Yeah, but it will be things that
but specifically that we've said today. We are going to have a prize.
Mm-hmm. We haven't decided what the prize is yet.
Well, half of the prize is going to be in the form of Great British Pounds.
Oh.
By yours truly.
Oh.
Right. Number one, and we'll find what the other prize is. Don't you worry. We can't give it all away.
Don't worry.
But we need you. Excuse me.
Sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
What it's going to be is we are going to post the bingo card on our Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
We need you to DM us once you've listened to the episode.
Mm-hmm.
You have to timestamp. So when you cross something off, we need, first of all, we're going straight full house. No liners. No lines. No linear. Right? Full house. We are going to need you to timestamp. So not only can you tick the bingo card, you need to timestamp when we said the word to know that you've listened to the ep. No cheating.
No cheaters allowed.
No cheating, right? So we will take it to VAR if necessary.
Yeah.
Don't get me aggravated.
Guys, I swear to God we're cooking today.
Don't get me aggravated.
I swear to God we're cooking today.
Don't be a David Coots now. Uh-oh. Clack it. So we will have a prize for the winner, the first person to DM us after listening to this episode with a complete bingo card, and there will be a prize in the form of Great British Sterling Pounds. Thank you.
I need a
ooh.
That's the sound effect.
Don't worry. We will be the sound effect. We are the ad-libs.
I'm the soundboard. What are you saying?
She is the engineer.
I am.
All right, engineer. All right. So
get bingo cards at the ready.
Right.
Thinker.
Right. I'm absolutely bouncing. I tell you why, right? I tell you I'm bouncing, yeah? They've gone and done it again. What a time to be a Liverpool fan.
Do you see how I'm not rotting on the back of 4 losses? Like
no. Some men are making records. You know what? Yeah, City said, "All right, that's the first time City have lost 4 games on the trot.
That's the first time
in
Pep
9.5 years.
This is the first time that Pep has lost 4 games on the Spinnerini in his entire career,
right?
Managerial career, that is. That's insane.
But the worst part is Arsenal said, "What you can
anything you can do,
I can do it better." Listen, Arsenal said, "Hold on, lads. You thought you could."
Listen, let us fumble the bag too.
Let us get in on action.
No, we don't want to be left out. They have FOMO. Arsenal have FOMO
because it's always got to be about them. So they had to get themselves in the spotlight and also join the club of big fat lollers, failures. How does it feel to be you? Right, where are we starting, my girl?
We are starting Saturday night. Well, Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon. There's no early game.
No early game. I'm not mad about it. I don't like 12:30 kickoff.
I don't either, but I have to do my fantasy team in the morning.
Have to do the fantasy team early doors because I need time to let it marinate.
No, because like I have to do it early, but then I also have to do it last minute.
Because you know what, they be lying on the fantasy, you know, trying to say about who's injured and who's not injured. I need to work out which managers are playing mind games.
Yeah. Arteta.
Maresca. You will not be forgiven.
Not forgiven, but we'll get to there because
we'll get there.
The end of the episode is going to be juicy.
Right, we've got a lot to talk about today. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot of football. I've got a lot of football to talk about. Because sometimes we just skim through, but there's a couple of games that there's a lot of ball to chat about. And I love it. Ball and yap. Don't frighten me with a good time. Ball and yap. What? Ball and yap.
You know what we mean?
Ball and
Let's start with something stinky, something rotten.
Absolutely. Ugh.
East London.
Oh,
sorry. East London is not rotten. That's rude.
That's not nice to say that.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant the football club that is.
Okay. I don't actually know what that word means. Which one's that one?
That's like other countries.
Oh, I was close.
No, it's not.
It's
the same city.
Jesus Lord. Right, go on then.
I was not talking about East London, the area. It's all right. I'm talking about the East London Football Club. West Ham United.
Oh, dearie me.
And the dirty side of Merseyside. The Evertonians. Rotten fixture. This is stinky fixture.
And this is why you're asking for a big 0-0.
Oh, and that's what he gave us.
0-0.
A big 0-0.
Written across to the point where, you know, it was so bad I knew it would be a 0-0. Last minute, I subbed in Konsa for Tarkowski because I knew there was going to be no goals scored and no goals conceded. So I said, get Tarkowski. What did he get me? 6 pointers, clean sheet. Easy money. Because that has got a 0-0 written all over it. However,
I'm looking at the stats are lethal.
I was going to say though, have you seen the stats? Considering it was a 0-0, I heard something mad like 28 shots on the goal or something mad.
No, they're confused. 18 shots. Everton had 18 shots, 4 on target. 4.
18 shots, but a 0-0. Make that make sense.
4 on target.
How many did
11?
So I was right. 20 plus goals.
Oh yeah, overall. Sorry, I thought you meant.
Sorry. Did I say 29?
You said 20 something.
I'm sure. Guys, listen to. Did I say 29? If I said 29, what did you say? 18 plus what?
11.
Oh, that is 29.
Oh, look at that! You can do maths.
Oh my God, have mercy.
Well done,
how did I know that stat off the top of my head?
Well done, bruv.
Journalism at its finest.
Yeah.
I'm just like a sponge, absorb everything. Right, big fat 0-0. I've got nothing to say. Disgraceful, dirty football. I don't like it.
Lopetegui's life is on the line.
Lopetegui has to be the first to go.
He has to go.
Has to be the first.
West Ham had their first chance in the 44th minute.
44 minutes. Oh.
44 minutes against Everton. And
are you going to stop defending Jazzy B now?
No, because he was the one that had the shot on target. He's the one that had the shot.
Not Jazzy Bizzle.
Leave Jay Bizzle alone, man. Right. I won't have it.
No, it's enough for West Ham now.
For real.
It's got to be enough now, surely. But you know what's crazy to me? They're still 14th.
Yeah, because everyone below them is also bad.
Oh my God. It's the worst I've ever seen.
Everton's below them, remember?
They actually are. So are Leicester, so are Switchers, and Palace and Wolves and Southampton. But Switchers don't count.
Don't count at all.
Right.
There's some really rotten stuff going on there. Lopetegui, I'm giving him till Christmas.
Oh, 100%.
And he's getting the chop.
100%.
Getting the chop.
He's got to go. Got to go. There's no doubt about it.
Stinky football.
There's not even a room for discussion about it. It's got to go.
For real?
See you, Lopetegues.
Goodbye. Okay, let's go to something a bit more exciting.
Whoa.
Wolves Southampton.
Oh.
I'm really vexed at this game.
Why?
Because I thought I was making serious tactical changes. And who gave me ill advice?
Let me tell you something, right?
Answer the question.
I gave you ill advice.
Yeah,
yes, I admit. But let me tell you something. 2 things. Why on earth would you listen to me and think I'm not going to sabotage you?
Why would you sabotage me, you flop?
And number 2, she asked me, who would I put in from Wolves? Would I put in Cunha or Strand Larsen?
Bearing in mind that on similar stats.
I said, my exact words were, if it was me,
you'd put in Strand Larsen.
That doesn't mean you should put Strand Larsen. I just said, if it was me.
So just say you stitch me
now,
up.
if you want to take what I say as gospel,
Jade's just
call me the Messiah.
Shut up. Jade is just salty because I'm currently second in the table, which never happened. Me and Jade have switched positions this season.
Oh, yeah, here she goes.
We have. It's not a lie.
No, we have.
I am second in the table, which never happens. And Jade is about 2 places off rock bottom, giving very much Ipswich.
Right. Let me tell you something now. First of all.
Now, hang on. Before you start yelling abusive words, I have to cut out at me. I'm just putting it out there. That's what's happening right now. I'm not talking too tough because I know it's going to be an Arsenal.
They know how I cook up.
You need to stop referring to yourself as Jade Guardiola. Do you see what
No, I'm not Jade Guardiola anymore. I told you I'm Jade O'Neill.
That's
I'm
not
Jade. No. I'm Jade O'Neill. Right? Let me tell you why. I am the Wolves right now. Slowly picking up momentum. But don't worry. When I get the ball gets running, hit the ground running. That's the saying I was looking for. When I hit the ground running, it's donezo for a lot of you.
Okay.
Right? Guys, remember I heard first year fantasy football winner here.
Guys, I'd like to put it out there. There's pure conspiracy in the fantasy league.
It's conspiracy.
You and my brother, it's absolutely lethal.
It's conspiracy.
They're just conspiracy. They saw me near the top and said, "Rob, we can't let this happen."
Listen, you've got to join forces.
No, I don't, because I'm not joining forces to then have to split the money. Listen. You know Golden Balls. Guys, who's watched Golden Balls? Because I used to love that.
Mad analogy.
Challenge. Golden Balls, you know how at the end they have split or steal? I would steal every time.
So would I say that all the time. If any game show where you do split or steal, I'm stealing every time because what the hell am I sharing?
So why on earth would I split?
You've got to play the
brain
tactical
power
game.
To split the money. It's not happening. I'll steal.
Anyway, as we were saying, Wolves. So she's gone Strand Larson.
Strand Larson did
niche, right? But Cunha, and Sarabia,
what a goal.
Madness.
Cunha goal and assist as well. How
greedy are you, Matthias?
What a finish!
What a finish! Lethal. What now? What now?
Oh my God, Gary knows okay. They're taking the pressure off.
Yeah,
can breathe now.
Gary can breathe a little piece.
I love Gary O'Neill.
Love that for Gary O'Neill, you know.
Sorry, Wolves haven't kept a clean sheet since February.
Sounds believable. Have you seen the way they defend?
That's really something.
Are you joking?
Scary. That's really something scary.
Wolves got their points on the scoreboard, and I'm happy for them. I'm here
Southampton
for it.
Lost.
So surprise! Water is white. Southampton lost. You're going to take the stand next, Chris Martin, anyway.
Chris?
What's his name?
Russell.
One thing about me,
Chris Martin's the guy from Coldplay.
No, let me tell you something. That's why I was thinking Chris Martin. See, one thing about me, I will confidently call people the wrong name all the time.
Yes.
I will mix up the first name and last name of anybody.
I'm
going to say Chris Martin. The man's name's Russell Martin, you know. I'm calling the man Chris Martin. And you know, from now, I'll never say Russell Martin.
Of course not.
Do you know what that's like? Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Austin Mahomes.
Right, guys, this is a thing, yeah. The American footballer,
the quarterback for the Chiefs,
Patrick Mahomes. I call this man Austin Mahomes all the time.
But that's you have a reason for that because he looks like Austin McBroom.
Yeah, but you know when something's lodged in your head, that man is Austin Mahomes.
He kind of looks like Austin.
He's Austin Mahomes.
That's a bit more valid.
Period.
Chris Martin and Russell Martin is ridiculous.
Chris Martin, man.
Okay.
Right.
Next.
Should
we go Palace?
Yeah, let's go Palace.
I feel betrayed.
I feel hard done by, really.
I feel betrayed by Palace because flashback to episode 1 when we did our last season roundup and I said, I love me some Palace. Palace play good football. I
told you. I said it a few episodes back. We got to stop praising people.
Of the Oliver Glasner fan club.
Not no more, Glazzy.
I've burnt my membership card.
It's not a good look.
It's in cinders, mate. Because what Palace is doing is very rotten,
very stinky.
And I get it. They got some injuries, not cute.
They got some major injuries.
They have 2, and they're the only 2 play.
Eze and Wharton.
Yeah,
for them that is major injury.
Yeah, but that's the only 2 people that play for your team.
Exactly. So that's a major injury.
Actually, no. Let me not throw shade at Gehi.
Yeah, no. Gehi's been getting them a few points, but yeah.
They have a scoring problem. They have a defending problem.
They have a whole bag of problems.
It's just problem. They don't want peace. They want problems always.
Always. But Fulham now.
Let's talk about the good part of Fulham.
Right. This is where I had the stinker now in the fantasy because I've benched Smith Rowe. And the man's got him back 11 pointers.
Whoa.
Fuming.
Emmy was so good.
Emil Smith Rowe.
I love Emil.
Oh my God, you know what we should touch on? The big argument the other day with our brother.
Oh, that was really bad.
Guys, so off the back of this game, we've ended up in a big...
off the back of the Arsenal
Off the back of this game, the back of the Arsenal game, we've had a big fat dispute with the brother. We had to all get up the stats and all sorts of the Wikipedia. It was really bad. Really like heated debate.
I feel like this even would make more sense to pick up after the Arsenal game, because I want to...
Yeah, we'll spin back on this one.
I really want to talk about...
100%.
A certain number 9.
Yeah, we're going to spin back on this one. Don't you worry. But Smith Rowe, and then, Mr. Upset himself.
Bane of my existence,
Harry Wilson.
Bane of
Harry Wilson is one of those people we say it all the time. Harry Wilson's been playing football for 75 years.
No, there's a couple man that's been playing football for too long, and a lot of them play for Fulham. Tom Kearney.
Oh my God! Right, Tom Kearney.
Tom Kearney's been kicking
no
ball
one can tell me Tom Kearney ain't played football for 20 years. 20 years he's played football for.
Harrison Reed, another one.
20 years.
Thinking of someone else. I just had someone else. Josh Windass.
Do you know who our number one that's played football for 10 years? Not for Fulham though. I want you to see if you know who it is.
Oh, I know.
He knows exactly who it is. I'll give you the initials.
Go.
JC.
Oh, Jack Colback.
Jack Colback played football 50 years.
But these are men that have played football. Literally, they started in the senior team at 15.
At 15. And I'd swear on my life that they're 40. Whole time you see them, they're 32.
Like, what?
Minimum.
That's literally Tom Kearney.
Tom Kearney's played football for as long as I can remember.
There's certain man, and Harry Wilson's one of them, play football for
time!
Brother,
eternity!
There's no way you're still playing football. You should be
And do you know what's funny? They'll tell me Harry Wilson's 28, you know. I bet you they'll tell me Harry Wilson. Right, look right now, how old's Harry Wilson? I bet you Harry Wilson is not older than 30.
I can't lie. If Harry Wilson...
He probably ain't.
If Harry Wilson does this one more time, comes off the bench and bags are absolutely outrageous.
You know, it's got to stop.
I'm going to have to start giving him...
He's going to have get a nickname soon.
Oh, God, no.
He's going to have to get a nickname soon.
You can't.
Look, she's looking right now. How old's Harry Wilson? I bet you he's not older than 30. Look, see?
How old is 27?
See? I even said 28. The man's 27. He played football for 20 years. What is going You cannot tell me.
Cool, blimey, geezer, mate.
But, oh my God. Fulham 2-0.
Bro.
Fairs.
Harry Wilson's cooking.
You know, I'm salty, though, because Harry Wilson actually done up my team just on Monday, you know. Harry, could you just give us a chance? Give us a chance then, Harry.
That finish. Both of those finishes, just like me.
Aww.
He even scored 2 this week. And
I'm saying, Harry, just give us a chance.
That's really greedy.
You know, stop now.
But yeah, Palace was just really poor. Then they went down to 10 men and got worse.
Just to make it worse.
That challenge from
Kamada,
Kamada,
something.
Kamada. I think they say Kamada.
Can't help myself.
Stupid.
Can't help myself.
Anyway, yeah, Kamada, awful challenge. Literally ripped off the old of Kenny Tete's leg.
Really poor. Really poor. You've got to go. Got to go.
But I'm proud of Emil
Smith Rowe.
The ex-Arsenals are really
the ex-Arsenals. Look, even the BBC's got the picture there of Reece Nelson and ESR. They are the future.
And there was an assist in there as well from Alex Iwobi.
Well, there we go. All the Arsenal rejects. Love to see it.
Dear God.
Cook them up. I hope it burns them in their soul.
But Glasner?
Glazzy, man. He needs to put back the Monclizzy because, listen, he took off the Moncliz and then now the aura is down to naught.
You've lost the aura. Do you know who's got aura? Marco Silva.
Oh, Marco Silva.
He's got some aura.
Marco Silva's got some aura about him.
I'll give you plus 10 aura points.
Plus 10, 100%.
That's it though, not too much.
Not too much now.
Not too much.
Not easy now.
Okay, next.
Euros.
Number 1.
Listen.
Euros number 1.
Let me tell you something now. I started this by saying... one thing about my club, don't threaten Brentford with a good time.
Facts.
If you are a neutral and you want to see Premier League football, go down to the GTEC.
Get your ass in the GTEC.
Because first of all,
it's a lovely time.
It's a lovely time, and I'm so grateful that this is my home club.
Facts.
Right. First of all, Brentford unbeaten at the GTEC this season. Love to see it. Right, and making a nice little fortress there, trying to get a bit of atmosphere, get it going in the GTEC. But one thing about Brentford, they're going to make a good time.
Facts.
Brentford, I feel like, have accepted, we can't defend.
No.
We know that.
Can't defend. You've got to let them cook. They're learning. They're just...
So, do you know what I like about Brentford? They're not trying to be something they're not, in the sense of, they're not trying to play defensive football because they know it's not their strength.
Facts.
What we are going to do is burst and play all-out attack.
Oh.
And boy,
let me tell you something.
In Mbeumo's, Wissa. But you know who I'm so glad? Did anyone watch Match of the Day this week? I'm so glad is finally getting his flowers. Damsgaard.
For real? He does a job whenever he comes on. There's a couple players for Brentford that just do a job.
I'll tell you why Damsgaard, I'm so glad he gets an honourable mention, because that's the thing. Players like Damsgaard, and not even just in Brentford, but in football in general, if you've got a player like Damsgaard, it's so easy for them to go under the radar. Thanks. And no one, or very rarely, do people give players like that their accolades. Because without players like Damsgaard and Boems, the likes of Wissa,
bearing in mind,
even Tony when he was there.
Bearing in mind, Damsgaard is a winger.
The thing is with Damsgaard as well, if you know, I mean, Brentford's a small club and a lot of people will know the ins and outs of Brentford, but Damsgaard's had a horrible time of injury. Horrible time of injury recently.
There's a couple players for Brentford that just do a job whenever they come on. Damsgaard, Janelt, and Yarmolenko.
Yeah, I agree.
Serious
But Damsgaard, I'm so glad he got his proper accolades on Match Today. Got a good little segment on him. If you've not seen it, please go and watch. I'm super proud.
Proud of the kid. Well done.
Don't threaten Johan Wissa with a goal.
No.
Don't threaten Johan Wissa.
Don't show your near post to Wissa.
Don't show him your near post.
Don't show him the goal at all, because you'll get a dink.
Dink. Listen, not my boy Johan. Not Johan De Bruyne.
Johan De Bruyne.
Stop it now.
Guys, AFCON's, listen, yeah. AFCON coverage is coming, because if there's one thing we love as a tournament, and if there's one tournament we love, it's AFCON.
But I tell you what though, Brentford's going to have a naughty time when it's AFCON, because it's given Mbeumo and Wissa. See ya.
He's scoring the goals.
Right.
Sade. Get your boots on.
Get your boots on.
Get your boots on.
Carvalhais.
Get your boots on.
Carvalhais, get your boots on. That's the only thing about AFCON. Brentford's about to be sweating, because where's my front line?
We need to hope that, what's his name's back? The Brazilian guy that played one game in preseason and done his ankle.
Never know the boy's name. The young brother.
You know who we're talking about.
You know who we're talking about. Let's hope he's back, because somebody needs to be back. But big shout out to Damsgaard. I love to see it.
Sad times. Janelt injured.
Oh man, you know what? Brentford's injuries.
Not Janelt. Sorry,
Jensen. He just came back.
He literally just came back. Like
the man just came back.
Like, brother, how are you injured again?
How are you injured again, my friend?
I'm confused.
So sad to see it, but
for real,
Jensen, he'll get there.
But Bournemouth came like they wanted to dance though.
Low key. Evan Nilsson at it again.
Yeah, wow.
But gifted a goal though. Gifted a goal.
Vanderberg, you're ex-Liverpool. So I won't tell you to take the stand today. I won't, because it's only one mistake. I'll allow you, but buck up.
But as far as poor back passes go, that's up there with absolutely. The thing is that it was actually such a bad back pass. It was actually a great assist, because the actual bend on the ball, the way to pass was tantalizing. The way to pass was excellent. It's like, brother, we're shooting that way, my friend.
It's the wrong way.
I mean, if you want to do that into
maybe he got confused with the green. The green, Brentford have the green as well.
He might be colourblind.
He might be colourblind.
Might be something. So, we'll forgive you. We'll make any excuse in the book to forgive you. It's okay. It's all right.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it.
Don't
worry about it, sweetheart.
Just pay attention. Open your eyes.
But we'll forgive it. But 3-2, 3 points on the board. Brentford still unbeaten at home.
Brentford just like to give everyone a heartbeat, because why am I stressed out?
I'm stressed out.
Because why was it 1-1? All of a sudden we're 2-1 down. All of a sudden it's 2-2, and then all of a sudden it's 3-2.
Like, give me a chance to breathe.
Calm down. I even sat back down here. I've just opened my eyes from my, Saturday afternoon nap.
My Saturday siesta.
Facts. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, calm down, Brentford. Calm down.
This is why the bet was going haywire, bro.
Bet freezes focus. I said, all right.
God damn.
God damn.
Ooh, then it started to get inch resting, because then it was time for the 5:30 game.
5:30 game. Da, 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 da.
Good old Amex.
Whoop, whoop.
Down on the coast.
Down by the seaside.
Yeah, so.
Uh-oh. This is where we need to get technical. Let me get my football boots on.
Manchester City. Something sinister.
What's going on? All right. All jokes aside, because the one thing about us, we like to have a giggle, but this is where we're going to get serious now.
Serious. Being serious.
I'm being serious now.
She says, well, doing a stupid Scouse accent. Anyway. Right.
All jokes aside, let's start
with the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with the squad.
Let's have a look.
Because we talked about it last week, and I said, the man are getting angry at Pep for saying that they ain't got no squad.
Mm-hmm.
You do have a squad.
Of course you do.
However,
you're benching people.
Yes and no.
So first of all, in terms of benching, no Akanji, no Ake.
Can't lie.
Playing this Simpson fella.
Yeah, the young boy. He's literally 17, 18 years old. Akanji, I get. Ake, I don't.
No.
But also, because Akanji is a very scary defender, and no, I don't mean I fear him. I mean I fear his play.
Yep, I agree.
He is begging for something.
I've seen some questionable performances so far this season.
A lot.
I mean, some was being polite, really.
A lot. Sorry, Akanji. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. You shouldn't be apologizing to me for how you play out of the back.
Right, because I've got to witness this, you know. I didn't ask for any death sentence.
So I understand why you're not playing Akanji, but Ake, maybe it's because they know that his hamstring's made of cotton candy.
Maybe.
Because they know the hammy's going to go. They can't
any minute now, the hammy's absolutely, you know.
But at least play him, and then he could last half an hour and you have time to bag some goals.
I hear it.
But no.
So the lineup for me, questionable.
So he's played that Simpson PC guy, kid. He's even, I can't even say guy, he's a child. Played him. He was given a rollicking in the week against Sporting, which we talked
really
about.
Really give a bad time.
Like, mate, this is his debut and he's got 4 put behind him.
It's
like,
not a good look, is it, really? Ooh.
Sorry, if I am debuting and the centre forward I have to mark is Gyökeres.
Oh, damn it. There's a Gyökeres long.
Come on, my face,
long, brother. I'll be like, bench. Sub me, bruv.
Hammy's gone.
Ooh. I'll be doing the Saka. Ooh, limp. Questionable limp. Yeah. Gotta go.
Get off.
Gotta go.
Straight down the tunnel.
Yeah, gotta go.
I'm gone.
Gyökeres. Yeah. I said I'm alright. I'm alright with that.
You're a banter man.
I'm alright. Don't want no parts of it, to be honest with you.
It's long. So, but then this is when, so I see the return of Kyle Walker.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, he might jar my spirit, but he's experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Pacey, you can handle them Brighton wingers
because them Brighton wingers are a big fat issue, but we'll get there.
Mitoma, Adingra, and or Minta.
Oh, mate, it's just long, innit?
Like, you don't want that, man.
Flip.
But you've got Gvardiol and Simpson and Peasy having to deal with Danny Welbs.
It's Gvardiol being Man City's best scorer at the minute. It's just what the issue is, really.
Right. So the back line, okay, I've got question marks. You've had to play a single pivot because where's your midfielders? Single pivot in Kovacic. Now, I personally think that I watched the game, but I didn't watch the game. Do you get it? I watched the important parts. I feel like they've pushed Gundogan way too far forward. I feel like they should have had him operating more as an 8. I know it might not be his best, but you need that protection for your backline. Because Kovacic, being your singular CDM, he's not bad. But he's not Rodri.
It's just not Rodri.
He's not Rodri. Near. So you need to give him some support because we're forgetting Rodri does about a 6-man job.
100%. As much as it burns my tongue to say it, Rodri does a shit. Do you know what though? This is the thing, yeah. People always use that saying of each team is one somebody away from a bad season.
Yeah, a bad season, yeah.
Man City were literally a Rodri away from a bad season.
Literally.
And do you know what? As much as he drives me up the wall,
he didn't win the Ballon d'Or for no reason,
and his work rate and what he brings to that Manchester City team cannot be replicated.
Nope.
Period.
Nope.
There's that period. There's not even a question, a debate. And the fact that for him to get a season ending injury,
the fact that Rodri picked up the Ballon d'Or, yeah, and Erling Haaland has put down 2 record-setting seasons back to back, won the treble, and still can't get a lick.
What does that say?
Says exactly. A lot.
Close the door right now.
We have the return of Philip.
Oh, let's talk about Philip for a minute. You know, this is someone because this is somebody that has escaped week in. I haven't. You know, I like me some.
He ain't played.
Wait. I like me some Phil.
Love Phil.
But the last few weeks, we've seen the return of Phil. And do you know what? There's certain players that I feel like get away with being poor performances.
100%.
There's a few people I'm going to name this week.
There's a couple English players.
My 3 this week that I feel like get away with being poor for a consistent run of games and don't get enough speaking about. And this is going to be an interesting one. Phil Foden, Cole Palmer, and Bukayo Saka.
What? Snaps for Jade, claps for Jade. We all shook.
Right?
We all nodded our heads in agreement.
I'll also put Declan Rice in there sometimes, but we'll get there. Reason I'm saying Phil Foden is I don't know if it's the Euros hangover.
It's something.
I don't even think it's the Euros hangover because I don't think you had a great Euros. So I'm not really sure what you're hungover from. You was drinking water. Evian's finest.
Evian's, mate.
So I don't really know what you're hungover from.
I've been on straight tap water.
But yeah. Do you know what it is? Yeah, this is the thing I feel like. And do you know what? I feel like the only reason why City get a bit of bit of respite from me is I feel like City are having that season now. And I can't say season because we're only 11 games in. But I feel like City are having a run at the moment. Do you know when Liverpool had that run that season when we finished 5th?
The way we had no centre-backs.
Not even when but you know when your team, you can see a team is burnt out.
Yeah.
It just so happened that we had injuries with it. But I feel like the City team to me look burnt out.
Yeah, because...
And the reason why I can't criticise... Right, so what I was going to say is, this was always going to happen with City, where burnout is going to happen.
Of course.
No matter how much of an athlete you are, how much of a machine you are, Liverpool have gone through it, all the best teams go through it. When you're playing at such a high level consistently for so long, it's not sustainable over a long period of time. And so the football is great, but we know it's not sustainable.
Do you know what I think about this game? Pep took too long to roll the dice.
100%. 100%.
Pep is stubborn. Obviously.
So stubborn.
Pep is stubborn. We all know that.
But as I always say, though, and similar to Jurgen, I personally don't think Pep Guardiola is a tactician.
Of course not.
He is an excellent man manager. But I don't think, and I think I've seen with Man City quite a few times the same criticism that I used to have about Jurgen Klopp. When Pep is very good at executing his plan to perfection, and when that plan works, it's unbeatable. When it gels, they're unplayable.
100%.
But I feel like with Pep, he's not great at in-game adapting to situations in-game. And I feel like with him, it's almost like, okay, well, if we're on the back foot, we're going to try and score more goals than you.
Yeah.
Haaland's been quiet, even though he did bag this game.
He did.
He's been quiet. So I feel like I'm not seeing no plan B with Man City.
And I feel like,
I think that's clear because you've been beat 4 games on the spin.
Do you know who I feel like got slighted in this game? It burns my spirit to have to say it. But Bernardo Silva.
Oh, Mr. Shithouse himself.
I hate him so much. Oh my God.
He's fucking vile.
Oh my God. Swap him with Rodri right now. I'd
vile.
actually rather deal with Rodri than deal with Bernardo
100%.
Silva. But I feel like he got done dirty in this game because I feel like this game was screaming for him. Like, okay, Gundogan.
Is he injured?
No, he was on the bench.
Oh, see, this is why
he's a victim of Pep Roulette, and the fact that Gundogan is the one to get dragged over Foden is sinister.
It's really appalling, really, when you think about it.
It's sinister.
It's not good enough, really.
No, like, sorry, play if I'm Pep, unless is there City fans out there? Is Bernardo Silva holding a knock? I'm confused because if I'm Pep, I'm not starting Mateus Nunes.
Yeah, this is what I mean. There's this questionable decision making going on, which is unlike Pep.
I still, to this day, will not understand why they signed Mateus Nunes.
It doesn't make sense. It never made sense.
Like, just the way he,
I just don't get how he fits their system.
I don't think he was ever that great.
You know, it's that simple. Like
he was a good player.
Yeah, good, but not great. It doesn't. Yeah,
but you're a good player at Wolves.
The thing is, though, as well,
it's like Jota, right? I think that maybe they was expecting it to be like a Jota,
like Pep can bring the best out of you type shit.
Yeah. Because obviously when Jota was dancing on them at Wolves like Nunes was, but then when Jota came to Liverpool, it was like, oh, he's cooking.
But you know what it is as well. People like you know what it is. Yeah, we always say this. Like, there's certain players that will only play good if the team's playing well. If that makes sense. Like. You're always going to have one of two players. Your good time players that when you're playing good, they'll play great. And you've got your players that when you're not playing great can dig in and still make something happen.
Yeah.
I just think Mateus Nunes is one of those squad players that he ain't going to dig in and do a job for you.
But
if you're playing well, he'll play well.
Players like Nunes, you need to give them consistent football.
Yeah,
because this is the
100%.
thing. Pep Roulette is a wicked thing.
But you're never going to go to Man City to play consistent football.
No,
for
but
the likes of Nunes anyway.
But I feel like that's why, and I feel like he got a damn cheek. He annoys me too because, like I said last week, I don't like when players and managers deal with leaving the club in a bad way.
Yeah, it's not a good look. When
Nunes said, I'm not training, I'm not playing until you let me out.
It's not a good look. Never a good look. That gives bad attitude.
Just calm down. Who do you think you are?
Yeah, and I never like nonsense.
Do you think you're Diogo Jota? You're not. Calm down.
But you know what, though? It's interesting to see. So City's obviously on a poor run. I think it looks like, for me, fatigue, but not only fatigue from the team, but I think Pep looks knackered. Like, Pep is looking to me like what Jurgen looked like last season.
It's 10 years.
It's enough
and it's
now.
10 years at the top. You're going to get tired.
And I just feel like, now this is the thing. Don't get it wrong. I don't think this is City season pop down.
No, of course not.
Because we've seen City have a bad run.
We've seen City play good football and still be 10 points behind.
Do you know what?
Arsenal,
the only thing I will say, though, which feels different, and it's obviously still early to call these type of things, but we can only go with what's going on right now. But what I will say is, which seems different, when City had that poor run last season, they were still very much drawing.
Now
I feel like they're losing. And that's the thing.
lose.
If you play poor, but you can still pick up points, it doesn't really matter as much. It's better than nothing. But I ain't seen City lose. Well, we haven't seen City lose like this.
Nope.
Consistently.
These teams are catching. This is the thing. City's getting caught out.
And this is the thing as well. It's not City losing because of some fluky shit. You're getting played off the park. You're getting beat. Like fair and square, not even close. You're getting beat.
No VAR questions.
No VAR questions. Nothing. No madness. No one getting sending off. No like you're just getting beat by pure football, which is mad. But on to Brighton though.
Oh, dance.
Honourable mention. Honourable mention of the day. My honourable mention. I posted it on my Instagram. Belabor.
Coming at half time.
20 years old. And you know what? What a footballer. A footballer Belabor is.
He's been cooking.
20 years old. Fearless.
He is just the exact, like...
He is exemplary.
He's literally Caicedo.
Yeah.
When he was at Brighton.
Yeah.
Not at Chelsea. Caicedo at Chelsea is something sinister. No, but he is literally doing for Brighton what Caicedo was doing for them.
Fair play to the kid. Fairs. You know, Belabor deserves his flowers.
And do you know what as well? Do you know I'm going to give an honourable mention to the entire Brighton backline?
Oh, yeah, class. They play
I don't say that often because
we've seen some questionable stuff.
Feltman.
Verbruggen's also guilty sometimes for some naughty stuff.
Verbruggen, Van Hecke. Oh,
yeah, for some naughty
scary stuff.
Shiver my timber.
Estepinian. I saw you trying to scrap with my right back last week.
Estepinian's another one's getting on my nerves recently.
Saw you try to scrap with my right back last week. Calm
behave yourself,
calm down.
Behave. Calm down.
But they did good. I mean, listen. To me, if I play City and Omi Haaland scores, to me that's a clean sheet.
Pretty much.
To me, that's a clean sheet because Haaland's AI generated. No one can.
Yeah, we know he's not real. He's not real.
My centre back did it.
To hear what she said. Say it again for
my centre back did it.
Okay,
but not
that's all. That is all.
Thank you.
That is all. Thank you. Good night.
Episode ends here.
Cameras.
Dead ass.
Right, but yeah.
Oh, but the main man himself, João Pedro, man.
Oh man,
what a geezer!
What a man!
What a geezer!
João Pedro goal and assist.
How greedy even came on at 65 minutes. You know,
he said, "Don't mind me.
I just need 10 minutes.
Just give me 10 minutes, bro.
Just let me cook."
So just give me 10.
Give
me 10.
Oh, I can't remember if his name's Matt or Max.
Something O'Reilly.
Yeah.
I don't know his first name. I just know it's O'Reilly.
I think it's Matt. I think it's Matt. Great, excellent finish.
Excellent.
Dear God.
Wow.
What a finish,
goodness. My boy. Right, listen.
To finish like that on your debut
you can't ask for better.
Not his debut, but like his return from injury. Yeah. Because he got injured early doors.
Came back with a bang.
Against City.
Fair play.
The winner.
For the winner. Chicken dins. Yeah.
Can't say much.
Herzls
was absolutely cheesing.
Herzls was buzzing. Herzls said, yeah.
What? Pep beat me.
Don't worry about it.
Because he heard us having doubts, you see. He heard us being like,
don't worry, Herzies, we love you again. Because we give you some smoke the last few weeks. But don't worry, we're
when
mates
it comes to
again.
Liverpool, we have to give you a beating, but it's okay.
We're mates again, Hersey. You knew what needed to be done.
And they chewed. But he's a tactician as well.
Oh, yeah, he's a tactician. He's a little tactician in the making. Don't play with Hersey.
In the making, he's already made.
Yeah, but True's, you know.
Don't.
I wasn't going to say it.
You know I don't like that man.
I know she hates it.
I hate that man.
But it's true.
Yeah.
But it's true. Right.
Ooh, next, another late game.
8 o'clock. What? I said, what type of thing is this?
On TNT.
TNT Saturday, 8 o'clock. I'm not happy.
I had to do some technical stuff to get it on
the screen. You know what I mean? Let's get it on tele.
But I was very excited for this game. For once, I was not feeling stressed.
No, I wasn't. Do you know what? I'm feeling relaxed with Liverpool at the moment.
Relaxed with Liverpool.
No, but recently I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling confident.
Yeah, I'm confident. But I mean, like, when I say I wasn't stressed, I mean, going into this game, I wasn't like, could get beaten.
Nah.
I wasn't thinking that.
I haven't felt that in weeks. Just being honest.
Nah, that's not true. Because when we played Arsenal, I was stressed.
Yeah, true.
We played Arsenal. I was stressed.
But
Because
Liverpool.
as much as they piss me off, they're not. I can't say they're a poor team. So.
Oh, I'll get there because I fucking will.
Well, that was 2 weeks ago.
Yes, sir.
But Villa's off the back of 2 losses. One in the league.
So do you want to start Villa or us? Let's start Villa because we can round that up. So I think Villa are doing a Newcastle in the sense of they are feeling the effect of European football.
European football's not cute, and the thing is, it's not like to say like, because see, like Newcastle were in group of death. They not cute. They was going through a tough time. I think Aston Villa. Remember, Unai Emery is the like master of European football. So he's gonna play his players in a way that's gonna just put these European teams to bed. But in that, you then come back to fast-paced, upbeat Champions Premier League, and you've got about 4 subs that actually can like have an effect on your team. It's not great, is it?
Not at all.
I mean, props to Villa. They've done well. I feel like they've probably secured their place in the round of 16.
Yeah, definitely.
They had a really good start.
They've actually had a good run in the Champions League, to be fair to them.
Apart from at the time before this game week kicked off, there was only us and them was the only team that was 100% record. I have to say theirs.
Yeah, can't argue with it. But we all know, one thing I will say though, I didn't think it would be a walk in the park.
No.
Because Unai Emery is nothing to play with in terms of being an excellent tactician.
Do you know how you know that? This is how you know tacticians come to Anfield. When they make Liverpool attack the cop end in the first half.
He knew what he was doing. Psychological.
Tacticians going. I said, guys, come on now.
Purely psychological.
Come on now. I hate when they do that.
But I tell you what, right? There's a lot of things in this game that I've got to talk about. First and foremost. So, 20 minutes in, we get the first goal.
Darwin Nunes.
Nunes
came from Benfica to the Big Reds.
Right.
A great song, I don't care.
What do we think of, right? First of all, I'm going to give the refereeing in this, because obviously since this game has unfolded, there's been further scandal.
Jesus.
But obviously I'm going to talk about this impartial to the scandal that came about. But
yeah,
can I just say, I find it absolutely diabolical.
It's actually mind-boggling.
Right? Never seen anything like it. I'm furious. How, right, put it this way, Leon Bailey better say his thank yous to Darwin Nunes
for scoring
that Darwin
goal.
Nunes could finish his dinner.
No, he needs to say thank you to the referee. Oh no, because it would have been overtime by far. Yeah, he needs to say thank you to Darwin Nunes.
If Darwin Nunes doesn't score that,
Bailey's off.
Bailey has to be off.
Bailey's off.
Last man.
I've seen Saliba get sent off for less.
For less. Blatant red. That is the most clear
First of all,
foul.
Before we even get there, Villa, why is Leon Bailey your last man back?
Why? Right. That's the real question. That is the real question at hand here. Why?
I understand we broke off a counter, but Konsa, you're not slow. Digne, you're not slow. And who was your CDM? Tielemans, where are you?
Tielemans was doing fuckery that game though. Tielemans was getting on my nerves doing nonsense. I'm sure he might even been on the yellow already at that point.
Oh my god.
He was doing nonsense.
I was just very confused as to why Leon Bailey was the last man back. I said, why is Leon Bailey the last man back?
Why is Leon Bailey your last man?
His coach has done something's gone wrong there.
So straight away, I was going to say, bear in mind, this attack came from their corner.
Yeah, set piece coach.
Can I just say though, Villa's corners were absolutely abysmal. We pretty much countered on every corner they had.
It was so
absolutely awful.
Where's Matty Cash? Oh my gosh, he's injured.
Yes,
that's who they was missing.
Oh, have they? Because he's been a big liability. He's been one of the biggest liabilities for them this season.
Yeah, but you're missing. But like him going forward.
Well, what I was going to say, rewind though. David Coots is a criminal, and we'll get to him later. But how that wasn't given as a foul on Mo Salah is beyond me.
I thought he played the advantage because he did it a lot. Played the advantage and pulled it back, which obviously is right. But so I thought when the ball broke to Darwin, I just thought he was playing the advantage. More time they show on the replay, man's gone. Nah.
He's gone no. He's given it the absolutely not no foul. Are you?
Do you smoke Skittles?
Are you legally blind? Do you need visual aid? Because do you need braille? Like what do you need?
I'm perplexed.
What do you need?
I'm so confused.
What are you doing? Don't get me aggravated now because it's just stupid. It's stupid. You know what? David Coots gonna get his separate thing.
Oh yeah.
Because I've had enough now. and it's enough. And you know what? I'm just gonna get so
Angry.
mad with it. So before I start getting all aggravated,
I'm so fucking angry.
That's how I felt. I was so fucking angry. Right?
Oh, I love Geordie Shore, man.
But no, listen, I was fuming. But David Coote, don't worry, you're gonna get yours. Get there to you in a minute, you little criminal.
Yeah.
Right. How that wasn't, but what a finish from Darwin Núñez.
Excellent finish, first time.
Second goal, well, to be fair, right, second goal had me absolutely dancing because there was a few that Mo Salah played and we kept saying, just go on your own, Mo. He fed Darwin through
there's some weeks where
Mo's
feeling unselfish.
I knew when he took that second, he said, you know what, I've given enough of you lot a chance.
I'm done now.
Let me handle it.
But Darwin does what Darwin did what Darwin does this week.
Let's talk about Darwin.
Finishes the most ridiculous finishes and then misses the open goal.
Alan Shearer said it perfectly on Match of the Day, and our mum literally said it as we were watching the game. It's almost like you need Darwin Núñez to not have to think about it. Darwin Núñez is natural instincts.
Last pass on a counter.
He'll hit. But the thing is, I feel like Darwin Núñez, if he's given too much time to think about what he wants to do,
he'll
overthink it and will start missing sitters. Give him a goal on instinct, he's bagging goals.
Fact.
But then that makes me think, okay, so here's a questionable thing, which I've seen a few people say. Do we think we should try Darwin Núñez in a different position?
Where though?
On the wingy. Oh.
I don't know, you know.
Oh. It's because the thing is, he's not, I don't think he's a natural number 9.
No, he's probably not. He's like Bobby.
But that's what I'm thinking. Do we try him elsewhere?
Maybe, but do you know why? Because our wings...
I'm thinking pace.
Our wings
I'm thinking physicality.
But I'm thinking just like, our wings are so competitive. It's like, because if you play Darwin on the wing, then obviously, presuming like Jota's not fit, which is not a random thing to guess.
Exactly.
Who's going through the middle? Because if there's one thing in this life I hate at Liverpool Football Club, one, and that's it. And that is playing Cody Gakpo through the middle.
I can't see it. 2024, I cannot see it anymore. 2025, if I see Cody Gakpo through the middle, I really will lose my mind. Come on now. Stop being ridiculous. To be fair, Slot hasn't played him through the middle.
Cody Gakpo didn't do what Cody Gakpo did in the Euros the World Cup, the Euros, whenever we signed him. The Euros 2 years ago, he didn't do that through the middle.
No.
He did not do that through the middle.
Absolutely not.
So I can't stand to see it. And I feel like he's the only one that would actually get played through the middle because let's be real, no one's taking that right wing off Mo Salah. No one in this life is taking that right wing off Mo Salah. But I think
there is a conversation to be had is, do we try him somewhere else? Because I just don't think he's not a number 9. I just don't think he has that striker's instinct.
Do you know what? I don't think we try him somewhere else. I think you turn it, you give him the freedom of a false 9. Like I said, it's the exact same with Bobby Firmino.
False 9.
I mean, Bobby's finishing was obviously 10 times better.
100%.
But Bobby was a false 9. He was the false 9.
Yeah, 100%.
And I feel like that literally can be Darwin.
I hope
letting Darwin come into because Darwin can spray the ball.
That's what I mean, and that's what I'm thinking.
I'm saying letting him
can spray the ball,
letting him come deep to pick up the ball.
He's got the pace. I'm interested to see.
I think it's not about playing him in a different position. I think it's more about his decision making. Because I think, or not even his decision making, but like his process towards approaching the goal. I feel like they need to slow it down, and take him step by step. You know, start, look, think. You know, basics. Yeah. Because this is the thing. Like we like to overcomplicate stuff in football all the time. Let's just strip it back down to the basics. Just about like, you know, adjusting your body position, looking at the goal, looking at where the keeper is, looking at where your teammates are. And I know it sounds like when you break it down like that, it sounds like a lot to think about. But in the moment, obviously, it's. Do you know what though? Regardless of it, I've got a lot of time for Darwin Núñez because one thing I've always said is his work rate is unmatched. And one thing about him, whether he misses 10 chances, 50 chances a game, he will not stop. Whether he's subbed off, subbed on, he will always give 100% effort. And I've got time for a player, and will have patience with a player that looks like they give it 110%. And there's been very few games since he's been at Liverpool where I thought like, Darwin's not looked like he's
been asked. Like he almost looks like he's almost getting frustrated at himself when it's not being pulled off. He's one of those players that when he does score, I'm genuinely buzzing for him.
It's like he's got that Mo Salah attitude.
He wants to score, 100%. He wants to score.
And pissed when you get subbed off.
Yeah. And I think that shows effort.
Because it's like, how dare you sub? I'm pissed because I should have done better with my
time. I want this. The one thing I'll never be angry at my players are if you're pissed to be subbed off because you want desire to play, because you can always see when it's subbed off when it's a naughty attitude and subbed off because they're genuinely fuming that they couldn't do more. I'm never going to be mad at my player for wanting to do more.
Of course not.
So I've got a lot of time for Darwin Núñez, and I'm interested to see whether Slot does kind of try him in that false 9. Would he completely switch it up? But I do think him as an out and out number 9, I just don't think it's quite. I think with Jota fit, you're just not going to get the game time.
No, because you're so clinical.
So it's a no brainer. So I'm interested to see what
Jota's
he does with him.
His entire body is made of candy floss.
Absolutely made of glass, mate. So I feel like I'm interested to see what Slot will do with him, if he will do anything with him when Jota's fit. I'm genuinely intrigued. But on the whole, Mo Salah's doing Mo Salah things.
Trent came off injured.
Strings, they're saying. Not mad at it though, because I didn't want him to go on international duty anyway.
No, I don't. And he's actually withdrawn from the England squad.
Lovely. Perfect.
Yeah, 8 people.
We've got City and Madrid after. You think I've got time for Trentski to be going on?
We've got a warm-up game for Southampton.
That's what I've not got time for my players to be on international duty.
Drop points to Southampton.
Oh, don't say that now. God forbid.
But you know Liverpool already. They just do questionable things.
But on the whole, round up Liverpool. What are we feeling?
Let me tick. Let my team tick along. Let them do what they need to do. Because I'm hearing title race questions going on. Oh, Liverpool in the title race.
Of course
what
they are.
What type of stupid question is that? Who's sitting 5 points clear at the top of the table? Of course we're in the title race.
Of course we are. The thing is with Liverpool, right? And you know what? This is one thing I will say, and everyone's going to say, oh, you toot your own horn. I am going to toot the horn because it's my club,
beat,
and I'm very much proud. So beat, bitch, hold that. But what I will say is, you see one thing, and everyone's saying, oh, but it's the first time, Slot's a new manager, first time in the Premier League and a new manager, and blah, 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 blah. One thing I will say, in which people underestimate, Jurgen Klopp built a team with players that have one thing that I don't see in Arsenal, that I don't see in Chelsea, that I don't see in Tottenham, and I don't see in enough of City's players. And that is mentality. I feel like mentality will always override talent every time. I don't think people respect enough how much, I'd say 80% of Jurgen Klopp's work was building players with mentality. And that's something that you don't buy.
And I feel like Slot is tapping into that.
And
really
I think
well.
And Slot spoke about it. He's very complimentary of Jurgen in the sense of he's like, I'm fully aware that Jurgen has given me an excellent group of people to work with. It may not be the most, I haven't spent millions. I haven't had an unlimited. Jurgen didn't have an unlimited budget. But what he did is he's built a group of players that want to win football games. And I feel like there's too many teams in the Premier League that have got players that look like they can't be asked or they don't have the desire. And I feel like mentality is not something you can buy. You cannot buy mentality in a shop window. And I think that's why you've got teams like Arsenal. Because I'm sure they said it's £1 billion spend over 5 years for Arteta. You've got City that have got financial fair play falling out their eyeballs. God knows, I don't even know what their budget is now.
They don't have a budget.
Too many zeros to even count. Over the last 5 years, you've got Chelsea close second. Too many zeros to even count in that checkbook.
Over the last 2 years.
And you're like, why is that not working? Because you can't buy mentality and you can't buy players that want to dig in and win football games. And one thing I've seen so far under Slot, even when we've played poor, even when we've gone a goal down, there has not been a time where I've watched a football game, apart from that one Forest game that we lost, where Liverpool have looked like we don't want to dig in and win this game. I've watched Arsenal and City.
I feel like, even in the Forest game, it's not that we didn't want to dig in. Forest clocked our tea.
Oh, 100%.
Forest clocked our tea. They had us on.
And the reason I say we didn't want to win, that's the one game where we came back after international break and we looked tired. I think the team selection was poor.
That's also because Slot didn't rotate the squad.
That's what the team selection was poor.
It's a new manager. Listen, I said it last week and I'll say it every week until.
And I've noticed he ain't made that mistake again.
Nope. But he's learning. You have to learn.
That's why I'm not big mad at it.
Never managed in the Premier League before. I feel like everyone just needs to remember what's going on. Like, yes, okay, he inherited Klopp's team and Klopp's team wasn't full of idiots. But also we have to remember Klopp's team is Liverpool 2.0.
Of course it is.
This is not the Liverpool. We know this, but this is not the Liverpool that won the Champions League and won the Premier League.
So and that's the thing. When people say, "Oh, but it's the same squad," when you look at it, though, that's not the squad that won the trophies.
Who's still there?
Mo Salah and Alisson and Van Dijk.
And no, Trent, Robbo,
Alisson, Van Dijk,
Salah. That's it.
Fairs. So it's about 50-50. So you can't really say, "Oh, he hasn't inherited that exact."
But do you
squad.
see how everyone in that thing is the part of the leadership squad?
That's another thing I was going to touch on: mentality and leadership. A lot of teams there are struggling with no leadership, and that's why. This is what I feel like. Leadership?
Chelsea.
This is what I feel like, though. It comes back to who are you signing? Too many of these players, but too many of these managers, and it's a difficult one because some of these clubs, you know how it goes these days. Some managers ain't even got the say on who's being bought because it's all messy now. But what I will say is, you're buying players that on paper, great talent, no one's disputing that. But you're building a squad full of no leaders.
Facts.
And then you're wondering why it's not gelling.
It's not working.
I've got leaders in my team. I've got people with mentality in my team.
We have a leadership cohort.
And that's why it is too early to call the league. And if you notice, I'm not saying Liverpool going to win the league.
I'm not saying
my exact words were Liverpool will be in the title race.
Yes.
And the reason why Liverpool will always have the upper hand as it stands on the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, whoever, is because these don't have anything close to that.
Fact.
Period.
Fact. I feel like the only team that's close to our mentality to me is Villa.
Yeah.
And I feel like Villa's just coming unstuck because they ain't got the squad depth.
They haven't got the squad depth. But in terms of mentality to want to win, I feel like Villa do have it. They do have it.
But there's only so much that the mind can do that the body can't.
But another week, Liverpool top of the league. What can we say?
Top of the league.
So we are top of the league.
The question was, at this time on Sunday, we're already 5 points clear of City. The question was Arsenal going to make our weekend even better?
That was the real question.
The answer is yes.
Bear in mind, we had watched Arsenal get beat up in midweek. Oh dear. 1-0. Dirty. That Italian low block is filth.
Oh my!
But I watched that game from start to finish, and I would say Arsenal were very, very wasteful. Absolutely wasteful. Had chance after chance after chance, and you did not finish nothing. Flops. Flop. So that brings us on perfectly.
Sunday was stacked, man.
So Sunday was stacked up, brave.
Fair games. You know, I was thinking, what game are they gonna have on telly this week? And they had the second bane of my existence, Nottingham Forest.
Oh, God have mercy.
Let's all say a big thank you to Newcastle for taking points off Nottingham Forest.
Newcastle doing the Lord's work. Arsenal the other day, Forest today.
This is lovely stuff. We love you, Newcastle. We love you, Alexander Isak.
Isak's shout out to Alexander Isak.
He said, guys,
he's my favourite number 9 in the league right now.
He's probably one of the only decent number 9s in the league right now.
I love Isak, Mr. Consistent.
One thing about Isak, no shade to Chris Wood.
No shade to Chris Wood, because we don't know how I feel about Chris Wood, but Isak is Mr. Reliable.
For real. Man comes back from injury and said, guys, don't worry, I'm back. Don't worry.
Do you know what it is? If Isak wasn't so injury prone, I would genuinely be interested to see his numbers.
Facts.
Because I feel like they'd be reaching Ollie Watkins' numbers from last season.
I agree.
Chris Wood, I feel like he'd be making, because one thing about him, he's going to bag a goal.
Or an assist.
He's just so unfortunate with injury. He really is.
Which is what he got this week, a goal and an assist.
You don't have to ask that man twice.
Do you know who else scored?
Bans. Boy.
Actually, first of all, let's talk about the Forest goal, because Forest actually went 1-0 up.
They did, yeah.
Which is when I thought, oh my God, Newcastle.
Now.
I said, oh my God, Newcastle, don't start. God awful marking. God awful marking on the set piece from Newcastle.
Really poor.
Listen, this back line, they have to work something out, because this is actually on paper a decent back line.
It really is.
Livramento, Cher, Burn and Hall.
Once upon a time, Newcastle had one of the strongest defences in the league.
This is a good back line.
But the thing is, the back line ain't really changed, so what's going on?
Trips.
If anything, it's going to be better because they got Pope back.
No Trippier, no Botman.
Oh, yeah. Where's Trips? Oh, no comment. I actually don't know. I'm not even being shady. Where's Trips? Oh. Domestics, is it?
Could be.
Oh dear. Oh, let's leave that one there.
I'm not my God. That. That's not my business.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Nothing to do with me.
United.
Whoa, we're not done. What's wrong with you? I'm going to skip to United.
Oh, I can't wait.
Ugh. Yeah, Harvey Sorry,
Barnes.
Joe Linton scored an absolutely outrageous goal.
He did. Oh, yeah, actually, I apologise, Joe Linton, because I was about to skip through you. What a goal.
Oh, dear God.
Excellent.
Dear God.
Absolutely excellent.
And then Barnes.
Barnes.
I love.
You know how we feel about Barnes.
I love their wingers. I can't lie.
Yeah, we love a winger.
Even though Anthony Gordon is a toffee.
Yeah, even though he is.
I do love their wingers.
Anthony Gordon is cooking. He cooked against Arsenal. He's cooking again. He's in a nice little bit of form at the moment. Why don't you get Anthony Gordon going in and to be played with?
He's another one though. Legs made of biscuits.
Injury prone. Goodness me.
Something needs to give in that.
Newcastle, another team, they're riddled with injury constantly.
Change the physio.
It's been like that for 2 years.
Change your physio.
2 years you've been riddled with injury. Come on, you've got to get some reinforcement. Get some reinforcement. It's not good enough.
It's not good. Your boy didn't bag today this week though.
Who?
Chris Wood.
Oh my God. Give him. Well, he needs a break. The man's been carrying Forest on his back for how many weeks? Give him a break, Chris.
But when I say this about Jared Bowen,
oh, not Jazzy Bizzle. This girl can't give Jazzy Bizzle a break.
I am giving him a break. You won't give him a break.
Maron. Listen, I can't take it with Jazzy Bizzle anymore. But yeah, Chris would need a little break. It's all right. He's been so consistent for me in my fantasy. I can take 1 week stalemate. I don't mind.
Fairs.
I'll hold it.
I'm just happy that Newcastle, that Forest dropped points. Maybe
finally,
this is the
beginning
beginning
of my
nerves.
nerves.
Maybe this is the beginning of the end.
Yeah, hopefully they capitulate now and get relegated.
For real?
Very quick and
They're
fast.
down to 5th. This league table is absolutely
Let's hope
insane.
they drop like a stone.
Sorry. The league table literally looks like the championship.
It literally is. It's given championship. Isn't it like 6 points between 5th and 14th or something?
It's 4 points between 3rd and 13th.
What? 4 points? Jesus.
There's 4 clubs on 19 points.
Oh my God.
3 clubs on 18, 2 clubs on 16, and 2 clubs on 13.
Bloody Nora.
But we'll talk about the league table later.
Nice.
Old Trafford.
United.
Big flops. I can't stand this club. I actually can't stand. Ow!
Sorry, that was an accident.
I can't stand this club
I hate them. They're vile.
Because do you know how disrespectful it really irks me? Yeah, when a club sack a manager and then they want to start playing good football for the interim.
Not rude.
Do you have no respect?
They don't.
Do you have no shame?
They've proven time and time again they don't. We know they don't.
Oh, poor Rude, man. I actually feel bad for Rude. Didn't even get no job in the back room after, right? And you've got this absolutely rotten club with these rotten players dancing on clubs like it's funny, playing good football, stringing together passes. Have shame.
Have some decorum.
I hate them so much. But yeah, 3-0, I guess. Bruno Fernandes cooked, I guess.
I guess. I hear it. But, bit scandalinis. Bit of naughtiness.
What?
Garnacho was fuming. Garnacho refused to celebrate his goal because he said that the Man United fans were giving him a wicked time.
I know, why are you being rude to Garnacho?
Why are you rude to Garnacho? He's one of the few that plays football for you every week. How dare
like
you?
Garnacho.
But you know the Man United fans are backwards. Of all people to be given smoke to, you're going to choose Garnacho.
Why?
Are you well?
Can you give smoke to your captain, please? Where's he been?
Yeah, are you well? What's wrong with you?
Where's the smoke for Marcus Rashford?
Dallo. The list don't even get them off.
The whole back line.
Full stop. Fucking idiots. Get them off. Sick.
I mean, they picked up points, I guess. I'm not happy with Hoyland getting subbed for Xerxes, though.
Mad.
Razmus.
Razamaza. Yeah, it gets a bit hard time.
Oh, Mason Mount's back.
Oh, don't even mention that criminal to me. Robbing a living yet again.
Oh, wait. Manu's actually bad. Sorry, I'm actually looking at these subs. Manu's banter.
It's just.
Dallo got dragged for Johnny Evans. That must be due to injury.
If that's not due to injury, hang up your boots, Dallo. Your days are numbered. If I get subbed for Johnny Evans as a professional footballer in my prime, I'm going to be pissed off. At 57 got minutes. To be injured. Got to be injured. Has to be. There's not even any question about it. That's really
I don't have nothing to say about Leicester.
Oh, get them out of here. Get them out.
But Rude is done now. Rue's done
he
his
waved
time.
goodbye. They announced it.
Thank God. Get him out before he starts losing his hair.
Yeah, get out. It's not worth the stress.
So
Rude.
Ruben's coming.
No.
Mm-mm.
I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I think there's going to be some upset. Oh, it's going to be tasty.
Some people's not going to like what he's going to.
And I hope he comes in and he doesn't shirk it. I hope he comes in and sticks to his guns. Don't do a lot of takes and try to pretend to be something you're not. You've got your system. It's been successful for you. Sporting done up Man City just the other day, just to give us a little taster of what he's working with.
Yeah, because that's actually a big boy thing that he's done
massively.
Up City. Because now, when he starts to bring in these different philosophies and whatnot, you cannot argue, because you are the same United that got done up 6-3 to City. So let's not.
At the end of the day, it's going to be an interesting one because it's giving entire reshift.
I'm so gassed
sort it out.
The reverse of Man U Liverpool.
Oh, I can't wait.
Because do you know what? As much as I hate Man U and I love beating them, give me some competition, bro.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I want my rivalry to be saucy.
Liverpool Man U is always my favourite fixture, home and away, of the year.
Mostly at Old Trafford.
Mostly at Old Trafford. So, but longer the days where it's got to the point where it's actually just banter now because you just know you're going to slap them up. And it's like, give me a bit of competition.
I know it's a dub.
Give it a bit of excitement. Give us something.
So I feel like Mr. Amorim.
Fair play to him. Good luck to him. Let's see what happens.
He got the international break to start plotting. So come back with something big. Thank you. Next.
Uh-oh. Wow! Oh my God! Let me tell you something now. Let me tell you something now. Switchers. Right. Ipswich.
They've only got
what I've realised? Yeah, Ipswich for us this season is what Luton was for us last season. We love Ipswich.
We do. Guys, I'm really scared. Yeah, Luton's not coming back up this season.
No. Oh.
Guys,
Luton's looking at League One right now.
They're saying Edward's out. Guys.
Right.
I can't deal with it.
He might get a Prem move. Oh,
maybe if West Ham
because there's some jobs up for, because Lopetegui could easily go. Glasner could easily go.
Not Gary O'Neill.
Gary O'Neill can stay. Steve Cooper's, there's some jobs there. There's some jobs there, right?
Come on,
so
Rob.
It might not be too bad.
Do you know what, Luton? Don't sack him yet, please.
But right now they're looking at League One. But what I was gonna say is Ipswich are our new Luton.
Oh, we love Ipswich.
And I tell you what, right? You all know how we feel about the man himself. Wouldn't be an episode if we didn't mention our star boy.
Sam, I have major beef with you right now because I actually subbed you out of my fantasy team.
Sammy should have beef with you because you're not loyal to your boy.
I am. I took him. I even transferred him out and put him back in.
Let me tell you something.
I am loyal to him.
The way I absolutely collapsed onto the ground when I saw Mr. Schmods himself hit the bicycle kick.
What?
Do you think
you're Garnacho?
Who do you think you are?
How dare you?
Smart dick.
Greedy.
Oh my God. Honestly, we was absolutely screaming. I said, "Oh, look at our boy Sammy Schmodellini's. Oh my God, Sammy Schmodell.
I'm so proud of them. They're like my children. They are.
And then Mr. himself.
Oh, Liam Delap.
Oh, the boys were cooking. Liam Delap.
He goal and assist,
Hey, look at my boy.
I said, damn.
Got an enemy fantasy. Woo.
Whoop, whoop. I don't, but whatever.
Switchers get their first win of the season.
I'm so proud of them. Well done, Kieran McKenna.
Tottenham, I've got something to say to you. I've got only one sentence. You are abysmal.
Shit.
Goodbye. What do we think of Tottenham?
Shit.
There we go. Really poor.
Really bad.
Yet again.
Really. The inconsistency at Tottenham has to be studied because if I can draw your attention back to the league table, bearing in mind this is the same Tottenham that slapped up Brentford at Tottenham Hotspur. Why are you on the same points?
Slapped up Villa the other day.
But when I say slapped up Brentford were terrible in that game.
It doesn't make sense.
And I'm seeing you two on the same points.
Tottenham don't make sense to me.
They don't make no damn sense.
Pretty much full strength
What
team.
I did see though, because obviously this is the game that wasn't on telly, so I had to catch up later. I saw, before I even caught up on this game there, I saw Tottenham fans saying Dragusin had a stinker.
Because my boy ain't there. Mickey. Exactly. See?
Where's Mick?
Mickey clearly is the glue holding them together. No Van der Venice murder.
I'm not surprised though. Because you're trusting
really poor.
You're trusting Romero and Dragusin to pull it together.
Christ.
Cheese on bread, please.
It's really poor for Tottenham. Get them out. They're awful.
But I don't understand.
I understand. They're shites. That's what it is. Absolutely abysmal. Absolutely ridiculous club. Get them out.
And
just getting some smoke though. Did you see after the game there was apparently there was some naughtiness going on? A fan said something to Ange and he was giving when they walked down the tunnel. Someone said something to Ange and Ange was giving it Well, it's giving upset. Tottenham's upset.
Ange is scary. I wouldn't give lip to
Ange. I'm scared of Ange,
Not big Ange.
I'm frightened.
But I've seen some delusional Tottenham fans saying Ange out.
Oh, calm down. Piss him rest.
Calm down. Doing a lot.
Ange out and bring who, Brave?
For real?
Stop being ridiculous.
But I'm so proud of Ipswich, man.
100%.
Points on the board. The fact that Ipswich and Wolves both got their first win this week, I'm very happy. I love both of those clubs.
I'm here for it. 100%.
I really am. Okay. Let's get to it now.
Let's get to it. Everybody do it. Everybody have some fun.
What movie is that from?
Bratz.
Yes.
But not Bratz.
Bratz Rock Angels, the best Bratz movie ever.
Rock Angels, ready to go, and it's so good. Dancing on the... Right.
Anyway. Let's talk about the highlight of the week. This
is the big one. This is the one that I've got a lot to break down.
Chelsea.
Arsenal. Right. The game has ended in stalemate.
Oh, yoy. And stale it was. Stale indeed.
And I've got a lot of things I want to unpack.
First of all, going into this game, I said, please, Lord, let Cole Palmer be playing.
I said from the start of the game, without a doubt, Odegaard starts, Cole Palmer starts, without a doubt. Maresca's chatting shit, talking about Palmer's not fit. Arteta talking equal amounts of shit, talking about, bruv, they're both starting. cut the bullshit.
Dead ass.
Cut it out, because we both know.
And then, going into this game, I said, oh my God, I hope Cole Palmer cooks because I need these fantasy points. I really do. And I need Arsenal to lose their course.
So who should we start with, Arsenal or Chelsea?
Let's start with Chelsea. Chelsea are...
I've got a few talking
points. If Chelsea plays stinky, I'm less shocked about it because it's Chelsea.
Let's start with Chelsea then.
Let's do so.
Right, so I've got my first few talking points.
Can I start?
Of course you can.
I've got two things to say, and it starts with that back line, because if there's one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be systematic about my analysis.
Go ahead.
I'm going to start with the back line. Notable absence from the back line.
Reece James. Right.
Dropped for Cucurella.
Interesting.
I don't even understand how Cucurella got dropped for Reece James in the first place.
Madness.
How greedy. I love Cucurella.
So do I. Cucurella.
So Reece James is out of the squad where he should be, sitting on the bench, rotting with his rotting hamstrings. And I wasn't mad about it. I wasn't. I was just confused as to how he got dropped and Caicedo got the armband.
One thing about Lyra, she don't like if people with the wrong person's got the armband.
No,
she doesn't like it.
It's just a bad example.
Yeah, I agree. Can't just be giving away the armband willy-nilly.
I'd actually rather give the armband to either Cole Palmer or I'd give it to Nick Jack.
Oh my God.
Because I feel like I see a bit of myself in Nicholas Jackson.
Sorry?
Wait, let me land.
God forbid.
Let me land. Because you're gonna agree. Let me land. Because for anyone who didn't know, I captained my club last season for a while because our captain was out for a long time. She had sustained multiple injuries.
Oh dear.
God bless her. So I captained my team, and I feel like I found inner peace when I was the captain.
So do you think if Nick Jack was the captain, he'd behave himself?
I think he'd have some composure.
Because I think his attitude absolutely reeks.
But Maresca has said there's been a lot of improvement in his attitude, which I agree.
It's been better.
I think he has been better. And I feel like maybe having the responsibility, because at the end of the day, he's still young. I feel like maybe having the responsibility, obviously not full, I'm not saying make him club captain, but in times like this, when you ain't got no one to give the armband to, I feel like you don't know until you try.
So pull it back a minute. So we're talking about the back line lineup.
Reece James out. The worst centre-back pairing.
Oh my God,
in the Premier League, and I'm putting it down there right now, as of today, Fofana and Colwill. And I'm not blaming Fofana, I'm blaming Colwill.
Right. Okay, so let's start with Colwill. Colwill's decision making
is something bizarre.
Is really odd.
I'm confused.
I've never seen a player pull so many outrageous tackles and then have the cheek to act surprised when you give away the foul and you get booked? Are you seeing something that we're not seeing? Do you need help like David Coote? Do you need visual aid?
For real?
Because what are you talking about?
I'm
what are you doing?
And I covered it last week because he was doing absolutely ridiculous
really
stuff.
Poor.
And then I'm having to say it again.
And you know what else as well? Sorry, just to cut. It's so unprovoked most of the time.
Bro, it's so he did it against United last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He did it against Liverpool the week previous. Before. Yeah.
And this week he's at it again. Chopping down Bukayo Saka on the edge of the box.
Like, what are you doing? And then you have the audacity to act bewildered. What?
You looked at Mike.
You look like Mike as if you'd seen a ghost. And I'm like,
How are you alarmed?
Honestly. But okay, so I want to go beyond. I want to go before that. So first of all, I feel like, okay, team selection. Reece James getting dropped. Now, I feel like this is going to cause a problem now. I can see it from two sides. In my head, so bear in mind, Reece James has been playing, he's almost been playing, has he been playing? I'm sure I've seen him play Reece James on the left recently. And he's been playing
because he's been playing Gusto
on the right. So in my head, I thought, if he plays him on the left, it's giving Reece James versus Bukayo Saka. Straight away, crime scene.
Murder.
Black Ops 6, mate.
It's giving Zinchenko and
absolutely, Salah. Forget it.
It's giving Zinchenko
forget
and Salah.
it.
Nightmares.
Forget it.
Reece James not sleeping.
I hear it from that sense. However, I always think if you're not starting your club captain, bear in mind, Maresca spoke, there's obviously, he's spoken about it, that there is a leadership issue. So if you're dropping your club captain against a big game at home, doesn't look good.
Not at all. Not a job.
Doesn't look good. I don't understand how that is going to build any sort of morale in your team. But I get why Maresca would have been stuck between a rock and a hard place, because he's thinking, if I play him, you're asking to get done up. But if I don't play him, what message does that send from a leadership perspective? Basically, in my opinion, that makes you sound like you've got no faith in your club captain.
Facts.
Essentially.
Facts.
Which is a major problem in a team that you've literally openly said has a massive leadership problem. So, issues straight away.
What's going on?
Cucurella. I'm here for Cucurella. I like Cucurella.
He's
I got no slander.
He's a good fullback. And I feel like sometimes in the modern game, defensive fullbacks, not even sometimes, a lot of the time in the modern game, defensive fullbacks don't get enough clout because they're not bombing up and down the wing. They're not playing inverted. Cucurella's a good fullback. He does his defensive duties and he's not attack minded. That's what Malagusto is.
He just does a job. He does a job. I've got no problem with Cucurella.
Nope.
My issues in this game were with two people mainly.
Yep.
And it pains me to say, because you know I love him, my Carabizzle king, Cole Palmer.
Lukewarm Palmer.
And I made a little mention of it earlier. Certain players getting away with poor performances.
Lukewarm Palmer.
Palmer, I think, was poor. I think Palmer's been poor for a good couple. I think I am not impressed with Cole Palmer in games against the Big Six.
Yeah, he's not a big game player right now.
I think Cole Palmer is massively struggling in that position in the middle of the park.
I think they're not giving him enough guidance.
And I feel like Maresca.
I think Cole Palmer's performance right now has a big part to play from poor management. Because I feel like this is my problem. I always feel like no player, price tag or talent is bigger than the club. Nope.
And when I feel like a player is actively not doing the role that you've set them to do, pull them off the pitch.
Facts.
I have had enough over the last few weeks of seeing Cole Palmer be absolutely missing. Now, I'm all for playing Palmer in the 10.
Yep.
I like to see Palmer in the 10.
Of course.
But if it's not working, pull the man off the pitch.
And I feel like...
Why is Maresca not doing it? I don't understand. Can someone explain to me why?
Because
it's not working at the moment.
Is Maresca a tactician? I feel like he must be. Because like...
Whether you're a tactician or a man manager, it ain't working, brother.
Yeah, but you know, it's like if you're not...
Palmer was missing the entire game.
But you know, like if you're not... We talked about it earlier, but like if you're not a tactician, like it makes more sense why you're taking long to roll your dice. You're thinking like something's going to land or whatever.
Because we said the same thing. He tried to play him in that stupid, almost false 9 against us. Missing. Missing.
Didn't work. Missing
again at United the other day. Absolutely a bit... Where was you?
This week, Which was really shocking. He was poor on the dead ball.
Poor on the dead ball.
That's not like you, Cole.
So whatever's going on, but as I always say, but then I feel like it sets a bad precedent. If you've got a player that's playing consistently poor for weeks on weeks, that player should get dropped. If Reece James can get dropped, why can't Cole Palmer?
Cole Palmer get dropped?
Now, I love me some Cole Palmer, and it's no Cole Palmer standard. It's just the facts of the football. Right. It's not working.
Take him off.
Take him off.
Or give him some different direction.
Put him on the wing. And the reason I say put him on the wing, now I don't think Cole Palmer is the best on the wing, but I don't think he's poor on the wing. No. What I will say is he's probably better on the wing than flipping Noni Madueke, who was doing nonsense all game.
I have major beef with
Why did it take them so long?
I have major beef with Noni in this game because
poor,
a couple weeks ago we were saying how much we love Noni Madueke.
And this is the thing, it's not us saying that we like or dislike a player, but I've got to go by the facts of what I'm witnessing on the TV screen.
But I'm saying, do you know what? Why I'm bringing up how much...
It's bad, it gets me angry.
The reason why I'm bringing up how much we said we liked Noni Madueke a few weeks ago is because the reason why we said we liked him so much is because we loved how direct he was. Now, if there's one thing about an Arsenal defender, don't run at them. They can't hack it. Give them time to pick their position and stuff. But if you come at an Arsenal fullback with straight burners, 90% of the time is wraps. 90% of the time is wraps. And 5% of that 10% is going out for a corner, and 5% of that 10%
the only person
is
in that attack I thought I had time for was Petty Nets.
Yeah.
Now this is where I'm confused, and let's strip it back. So they pulled Noni at half time. Fairs. If it was me, it'd be getting pulled at 30. Yeah, 45 was enough. Are you sure?
70.
Noni. 70, you know, I'm lying. Yeah, no, you're right. It was 70 because I was screaming saying, why did they take so long and why did they bring on Mudryk? Right, so rewind. So they pulled Noni at 70, right? Not good enough.
Nope.
The minute you pulled Noni,
swap the wingers,
put Petty Nets on that side, bagged.
Literally 2 minutes later.
Literally bagged. Why is it taking you so long to make that change?
And not even even if you don't drag Noni up, swap the wing.
My next thing now was what's confusing me. That game was screaming for a goal scorer. Nick Jack was missing.
Which is not like him for this season.
But again, last couple of weeks quiet. Why can't Yao Felix not get no game time?
Why can't Nkuku get no game time?
Can't get... Nkuku, let me even see, is getting put on at 80. So this is why, Maresca, you've got to answer these questions because it's not right what you're doing. You're screaming for a goal scorer. You've got Yao Pedro and
Yao Felix.
Oh, let's see. Look, I start now with the Yaos. Yao Felix and Nkuku on the bench. Why are they not getting no game time?
Facts.
Now, hear me out.
I'm hearing you out.
Nkuku in the 10.
Can he play that there?
I said it as a question mark.
Oh.
I'm saying it to throw it out there because this is the thing with Chelsea. You've got so much talent at your disposal.
Surely you can find another number 10 in there.
Why? I don't get it. Why Nkuku? I've always said, I don't agree with managers bringing impact players on at 88 minutes. What do you want Nkuku to do in
you've got no time.
Minutes? 16 man's coming at 88.
You ain't got no time.
I don't understand.
It's ridiculous.
I don't understand it. You're bringing on another person. Right, so I'm rewind it again. There's so much talking points in this game from Chelsea. There's so many things that are not making sense.
I ain't even got to
You know how I feel about a double pivot. What I will say, I don't like a double A pivotone. But what I will say is Caicedo has impressed me the last few weeks.
He's getting there.
We all know I usually prefer, but Lavia, I've realised Lavia, I don't know if he's just not fully fit. But he's for me. He's not for me. It's the fact he's not got the longevity to play at 90 minutes.
No
fact.
Which is why he got dragged at 68 with Noni.
So my question is: do they release the double pivot? Play Caicedo as a single pivot. You know, play Lavia further forward, or
play him as a box to box.
Or sub him. Certain players can only play 45 and that's cool.
Yeah, well, you just don't have the legs. And this is the thing that irks me, spirit of Chelsea. You got so many man
at your disposal.
You're telling me
I'd be dying for that much on my bench.
You can't find no alternatives. Come on now. Chelsea, come on now.
There's just so much decision making from Maresca that it's like, and the thing is, I get it, new manager, you got a new team, you got all these millions of men to work with, but it gets to the point where it's like there's got to be some logic here. I think Cole Palmer's getting a free pass for being poor the last few weeks. How he stays on the pitch for 90 minutes after those performances, I don't understand.
That's why.
But of all them players, you can't tell me there's not one of them you can try and attend.
Maybe not.
Or if that's the case, it's not by force to play with a cam that might not fit your system.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that. If you're saying Cole Palmer is the only one that can play in the 10 and he's not playing good enough in the 10,
what you're
then
saying,
don't play with the 10.
But what they're saying there, which is true, but what they're saying is, in my whole 23, 24-man squad, I have one ball player midfielder. That's what that is saying.
Exactly. Now, that can't be correct. And if that is correct, then we've got some
But it is correct. Because let's think about the midfielders, yeah?
Jesus Christ, it's really the worst I've seen.
Caicedo, you're not a ball player midfielder.
No.
Unless you're hiding something in your locker, which is really sinister. We know that's not Lavia's game. Man's an ultimate
The thing
sweeper.
is, do you know what? I have seen some
Enzo
good...
Fernandez can't spray the ball to save your life. So who's playing the ball in your midfield?
Even Enzo Fernandez, quick mention. I've said this for ages. Enzo Fernandez is not a bad footballer. I just don't think he's good enough for the Premier League.
Of course not.
Enzo Fernandez got La Liga written all over him.
Madrid won him.
It would make sense because that slow La Liga football is perfect for Enzo Fernandez.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a poor footballer. I don't think he's just up to speed enough with the intensity of the Premier League.
The Premier League plays the game too fast. He wants to have time to
he wants
to paint a picture with his football.
Yeah, he wants to be in the Louvre. Fuck off, mate. You ain't got time for that. Chelsea, boy, this is poor. And as I always said, Maresca needs to make some sense because it's starting to get unforgivable real quick.
And and the fact is, like, the goal was never coming from a good build-up play.
Nope.
The goal came from a stroke of Pedro Neto.
It was Pedro Neto have enough being like, bruv, do I need to just carry this on my back and show you lot what's what? Say no more. Pedro Neto said, all right.
And this is why, but you know as well why teams like Chelsea will give their players a free pass? Because you'll go to play some random team in Europa Conference and bag 8 and think, yeah, I'm on it.
Like, what are you talking about? It's really embarrassing.
Cole Palmer will go and score 4 in a game in the first half and say, yeah, I'm on it. Noni Madueke will bag a hat-trick of the same 3 goals.
Yeah, but you're doing this
Wolves.
against teams like, who is Noah? I've never heard of that team a day in my existence.
Exactly.
Who is that? Exactly. Which league did they play in? Where?
I think they said, I want to say Armenian.
That's given some of them people still have 9 to 5.
Romanian, Armenian, one of them.
70% of that team still have a 9 to 5 fact.
It's like San Marino. You know,
right.
San Marino.
So you winning, what was it, 8-0 against teams like that? You're a Premier League football club with a crazy net spend. Don't bother come and tell me, oh, everyone's excited now because you've been 8-0 by a team that was probably formed in the last 5 years and half their team have normal day jobs. What are you talking about?
Right.
It's not good enough. It's Chelsea Football Club.
Right.
What are you doing? To get that off my screen. On to Arsenal now. Stupid.
Oh, God. God damn.
Big frauds.
Big frauds. There is nothing that Arsenal can say to excuse this behaviour.
They can't excuse it anymore.
There's nothing they can say.
Excuse it anymore.
See that squad that they laid out? That's the same squad that was carrying them through the league last season.
So I was going to say, okay, so everyone was screaming for Odegaard back.
He's back now.
And fair.
He's back now.
He's back.
Because they were struggling without him.
Because we all know, we cover it every week, Arsenal are the kings of excuses.
Mm-hmm.
So the last excuse for the past 6 weeks is that there's been no Odegaard. Fairs.
Well, he's back now.
Now, this is what happens when, I think, as a manager, you build your squad around one player. Arsenal Football Club is built around Odegaard.
Well, actually, it's built around Saka, but
I don't even think it's built around Saka. I feel like it's built around Odegaard more so.
It's built around Saka.
He's like their poster boy for the TV, but really Arteta, I feel like, built his team around Odegaard. But
Saka, low-key, not even low-key, high-key, all the keys. Saka is the scapegoat at Arsenal.
100%.
They built their team around Saka. If Saka don't show up, they say, oh, because Saka's burnt out or
oh, shut up.
You have a squad full of quality players.
All right, so let's go into individual.
Why is Saka still your scapegoat?
Because Saka, I don't think I've even gone into Saka this season.
No.
And I like Saka, and he's one of those players I'd pay my right arm to have him in a Liverpool shirt. But there we go. But again, similar to Cole, when you're playing poor or when you're not getting results, you need your big players to dig in. Now, I saw the stats for Saka in that Chelsea game. And this is before we get on to the ever so convenient limp that Saka seems to gain.
Not the limp.
Every time, it always comes around the 70 to 80 minute mark. Always conveniently when Arsenal are playing piss poor. Always conveniently when he's added absolutely nothing to the game. Saka just seems to go down with a questionable injury off the ball. No one really sees what goes on. Hobbles off the pitch, and miraculously comes back in full fitness in a few days. They've got a midweek game, or miraculously fit again the next week. We see it time and time again.
It don't make no damn sense.
It looks to me as a given. I don't want to be part of this shit show.
For real.
My problem is with Saka, again, how many times are you going to get a scapegoat when your team is not delivering?
Do you know who I feel bad for actually in that squad? Gabby Martinelli.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Because you guys know, if you've been locked into the podcast, I am so anti Martinelli out. It's absolutely ridiculous.
The lack of respect Martinelli gets at Arsenal Football Club is crazy.
They're saying Martinelli out where Saka's been operating on the same temperature as Martinelli is crazy stuff. Just because Martinelli's not the star boy, don't mean he deserved this slander.
At all.
It's a joke. We need to do something.
It's a hard one because I think for me, I don't even think it's so much bad decision making by Arteta because I don't think his squad selection is wrong.
No,
I feel like I feel like again it's even bigger what I was speaking about before. I think it's mentality.
I wouldn't have started Odegaard.
I get why he did though. If he's fit, he's fit. Of course you're going to start him.
I get that, but do you know why I say that? I would have started Marino.
Really?
I like Marino a lot.
So
I think he's a serious player. I think he is the perfect substitute for Odegaard.
But that's why it's even crazy. And this is why actually I was about to say, Arteta, I don't have a problem with your decision making. Actually, I take that back in full force. I do. Because Odegaard's been out for 6 weeks. Where's Marino's game time been when he's been fit?
Facts.
Non-existent. And this is what I don't understand with managers. I mean,
but
there may be some
Marino, you're playing Trossard,
who's been poor.
Oh, he's
absolutely awful the last few weeks. So this is why sometimes it's like I can't even defend you.
For real?
I can't defend you because you've bought Marino. And this is the thing as well. I've been hearing, as I say, Arsenal fans often like to be the kings of excuses. For the past however many years, you've been hearing this is an Arteta squad. He's building a squad. Okay. Most of these players, especially in the game against Inter Milan, are players that Arteta has bought. So what we need to do is stop this excuse, right? The players you've bought and spent money on, you're now not playing. So when are we going to stop the Arteta's building a squad? So you've got the squad, you've built it, you've spent the money, you've invested in it. These are your players. You've been here for 5 years. What is the excuse now?
For real? They don't have it. That's the excuse.
So, for me, and I said it last week, the problem with Arsenal that I personally think, I don't see enough players in that team that have a desire to win.
No.
Period.
You know, it's not even that. I don't think it's not that they don't have a desire to win. I think they do. I think I see a lot of players that throw temper tantrums when it's not going their way.
Therefore,
they want to play easy, pretty football, and they just don't. They don't want to get their hands dirty.
They don't want to dig in.
They don't want to get their hands dirty because I feel like there's bad games that we've seen this season where other teams have been like going toe to toe for Arsenal. Like take the Brighton game, okay? Take the Brighton game. They was willing to go to the same levels that Arsenal was and did it better. Obviously came up with the result. And Arsenal, you throw a temper tantrum and lose your head, Declan Rice gets sent off. Same thing in the game where Trossard gets sent off.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a massive mentality problem at Arsenal.
I think there's a massive temper problem.
They're just spoiled brats, and that's
I just like I said.
I don't see enough accountability from Arsenal.
I don't feel like it's because I don't want to win. I think they do, but when someone has that little bit,
do you know what Arsenal reminded me of? Yeah, and it's particularly players like Saka that do it all the time, and it used to remind me of Rashford at United. Don't bother come when you get beat with the Instagram post on a Monday morning. We could have done better, lads. Heartbreaks for you. We're going to give more. You know, they love an Instagram post.
Love a sad quote.
Love a sad quote. I'm sorry we couldn't give more.
How about you lace your boots?
How about you lace your boots and play ball?
Come on now.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's like there's too many players. You're quick to have the sob story on the social media when you've got beats.
Why don't I just see that in the pitch?
Just play football.
For real?
It's not lack of talent.
Nope.
We know that.
Nope.
We know there's absolutely no chance you're telling me that's lack of talent. It's not lack of money spent.
Nope.
Right, so it comes down to...
You can't even... There's no excuse about playing that position because guess who made their way back into the squad? Ben White.
Ben White. Right?
Where's he
Don't
been?
tell me no nonsense about Calafiori. That man is a squad player.
Calafiori's played 3 games.
Yeah, because this is what I mean when I say Arsenal fans will make excuses out of anywhere. I even heard some trying to say about, but Calafiori's injured when they were playing Partey at right back. Get out of here.
First of all, Calafiori has not played more than 3 games for you.
Just stop now.
Second of all, you have Ben White, Kiwior, and Zinchenko
at your disposal, and you don't want to play any.
If you don't want to play, listen, I know Zinchenko's a stinky player, yeah?
At least he's got a good attitude.
Yes, one, because you use that City. He's
won more trophies than all of them, half of them put together.
Exactly.
Sorry.
But even though he's not the best fullback, he's got the mentality. But he is a fullback.
Do you know what I mean? There's just, as much as you like it or not, he is a fullback.
Play him. Kiwior can play that. Play him.
Do you know what? It's really
you
poor.
have decided to put yourself on the back foot and have to play Jorginho in the middle.
Arsenal's just not good enough.
Come on, my face, man.
It's just not good enough. And I'm running out of excuses for Arsenal real quick.
Real fast.
Real quick and fast.
Let's pick back up the heated debate that we had with the kids.
Right, we was really going at it with our brother.
I was really angry.
Because our argument was, right, Arsenal...
Jade actually started it.
I started it because I said, Kai Havertz does my head in.
You said, Emile Smith-Rowe is walking into this Arsenal squad.
That's what I said.
That's what you said.
That's what I said. I don't understand how Arsenal have sold a 24-year-old Emile Smith-Rowe. Yeah, I'm looking at an Arsenal squad right now that are screaming for someone with some creativity. This was obviously before Odegaard was... This is when Odegaard was injured. Marino's not playing.
Nope.
You're trying to play Trossard that is acting like Mr. Liability himself. I'm seeing a shadow of what Declan Rice. I'm not seeing Declan Rice doing defensive duties or attacking duties.
He's just there.
Saka looks like he can only run for 5 minutes at a time. Martinelli's doing Martinelli stuff sometimes, and Kai Havertz is missing.
Yeah.
That Arsenal squad for me is screaming for creativity. I can't see where the goals are coming from at this moment in time. That's before I even touch on the back line, because there's been some abysmal defending, which is unlike Arsenal. I then look at Emile Smith-Rowe at Fulham. Creativity, goals, assists. He's 24.
Facts. Young and sprightly. The only thing is that he's injury prone. But listen, there's a lot of you
who isn't at the moment. Let's be honest. It's the Premier League for you. The way the game is played at the moment, you just need to accept players are going to be injured. It's just the intensity of the game. It happens if you're playing in Europe, you're trying to win a title. There is very few players that are going to be able to play all 38 plus games without injury. So it doesn't matter. That's why you have a squad depth. Why Arsenal would think that Emile Smith-Rowe would not be an addition to that team, I don't understand it.
Exactly.
I think they made the wrong decision. I get Reece Nelson. I get Nketiah.
Yep.
I get those type of players because they're just squad. They're not going to start ahead of. But I feel like they've massively fumbled the bag getting rid of Smith-Rowe at 24 years of age.
Yeah.
I really do.
Done dirty. He did. That's how it started. I then said, if you put Smith-Rowe in where swap Smith-Rowe and Kai Havertz, Smith-Rowe could turn over Kai Havertz's numbers, but Kai Havertz could not turn over Smith-Rowe's numbers.
100%.
And that caused uproar.
It caused uproar because here what the point was, Kai Havertz. People say, so first of all, Kai Havertz was a fraud at Chelsea. We know that.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
I've said the only reason Kai Havertz has better numbers is because he's playing in a better squad.
Facts.
If you put Kai in the sense of Kai Havertz is made to look good through the likes of Saka and Martinelli in terms of they feed him 24/7. Considering the amount of balls he gets fed. So we actually did the comparison on the stats. So my brother, because as far as I'm concerned, we can all have opinions, but stats don't lie.
Yeah. And our brother was in favour of Havertz. He's not a Havertz stan, but he was in favour of Havertz over Smith Rowe at Arsenal.
So we got the stats up. Yeah, and it was based on obviously the 11 games that have been. Well, no, it was 10 games because it wasn't counting the game that we was currently watching when we did it.
Yeah.
So across 10 games,
it could actually count
now it can
because it didn't.
If we actually counted this week, then it would actually be worse because Smith Rowe scored this week. So I think it would actually be level now. But essentially, across 10 games, the first 10 games in the Premier League, we had the stats, right? And we're going to go on facts because we don't want to tell lies. The facts were, so Kai Havertz has played 90 plus minutes of football.
No substitution.
Has not been substituted once, right? He averages 90 plus minutes of football across 10 games. Of those 10 games, Kai Havertz had 3 goals and 1 assist.
Yep. That's 4 goal involvements,
right?
I'm wondering.
Smith Rowe, on the other hand, had an average of 55 minutes across 10 games.
Yeah, across 10 games.
Yeah, 55 minutes.
I think he started what?
I think he said he started.
Wasn't it like he started 8, but was subbed off and came on as a sub for 3?
Regardless, he said he averaged about 55 minutes across 10 games. So almost half the amount of game time across 10 games that Kai Havertz has had.
Yep.
Right? Smith Rowe's stats were 3 goals and 1 assist. Bear in mind, on average, Smith Rowe has played half the amount of football across 10 games than Kai Havertz.
Yep.
Bear in mind, Kai Havertz is playing in a considerably better football team. So my argument to my brother was, in terms of stats, bear in mind, since we looked at those stats, Smith Rowe has assisted 1 more goal. So at the moment, actually on average, Kai Havertz has better stats across a shorter amount of time.
Smith Rowe has better stats.
Sorry, yeah, Smith Rowe has better stats across a less amount of football at a weaker squad.
Yeah.
So don't tell me nothing about, oh no, that's not true. The stats do not lie.
For real?
Now, what I'm saying is, Kai Havertz, Smith Rowe is playing in a significantly weaker squad in Fulham than at Arsenal. My argument is, if you put Smith Rowe in that Arsenal team, which is a considerably better squad, naturally you would expect, if the stats are right and the law of averages, Smith Rowe would be bagging better numbers right now.
Exactly.
So I am still of the opinion that Arsenal fumbled the bag getting rid of a 24-year-old Emil Smith Rowe.
For real. And if your one qualm was injury, then you're a hypocrite.
Well, how's your injuries looking for you?
Exactly.
How's Marino looking for you? How's Calafiori looking for you? How's Odegaard looking for you?
Can't stand Kai Havertz as a player, and I talked about this at the start of the season.
It's irritating.
I can't stand him as a player. I can't. And I feel like the signing of Kai Havertz, the fact that he's managed to turn some numbers at Arsenal, is straight luck. It's all in the grace of God. Because Kai Havertz, yeah. First of all, because this is another thing that we asked our brother. What position does Kai Havertz play?
Because I can't tell you still to this day.
Because I feel like if you had to define Kai Havertz, you just put F for forward and also F for flop. That's it. Because
F for forward is crazy.
Because you're not a winger, you're not a cam, and you're not a striker.
I genuinely don't know what he is.
So what are you? He doesn't know what he is. Just that you play in the forward line, and it's not because you're versatile, it's because no one knows where you can play.
You've paid, what was Kai Havertz go for, 68?
70.
So, ooh, I was being nice. 70 milli. 70 milli for a player, and you even tell me what position does this man play? And it's not in the sense, as you said, of being versatile.
No.
It's in a negative sense of, I don't know. Are you a number 9?
Nope.
No, not really. Are you a winger? No, not really. Are you a cam? No, not really. Are you an 8? Absolutely not. So some Arsenal fans, tell me, what is Kai Havertz? What is he?
Like I said, it's been pure luck because Arteta signed that man. God knows why. I need to know what's going through Arteta's head when he signed Kai Havertz, because I'm very confused.
I mean, was he think he was going to do a man management job on him?
A
moulding job on him?
He's tried to. I guess it's kind of paid off. But Arsenal fans, they're still saying it now. They need a striker that's going to put away 20 goals plus. They need it. That is not Kai Havertz.
That is not Kai Havertz at all.
So instead of talking about agenda this, agenda that, because Kai Havertz even had the cheek to score an offside goal and be shushing the Chelsea fans.
That was out of line.
Like, Chelsea did you dirty.
I didn't understand that. It's like, he wants to be that guy so bad.
But
He wants to be that guy.
If anything,
so
you should be apologising to Chelsea for the fraudulent performance you gave them. You coupled up with team. Listen, let me tell you something now, yeah?
Here she goes, yeah.
If I was a Chelsea fan, yeah, and I saw Kai Havertz and Timo Werner as my front two, I'm burning all my shirts.
I'd literally be crying in a corner.
I'd be so depressed.
I'd be crying and they'd have to get me in the Priory, honestly.
Like, do you know how greedy? You had a manager like Thomas Tuchel, first of all. You had Thomas Tuchel. Mason Mount was playing the best football that Stamford Bridge has seen since Eden Hazard.
Indeed.
Yeah. And you have the cheek to have that ball player midfielder having to feed Kai Havertz and Timo Werner.
God have mercy. It's really
and they both get big boy moves.
It's how they do. Listen, Kai Havertz and Timo Werner, let me tell you now, their agents are the best agents in football because them men put down something in that. Yo, their agents need some accolades because how they pulled off and it's not even move, it's move. Timo Werner's the maddest one because you've had moves.
Timo Werner, you reached back to Leipzig.
Leipzig, you know, not an idiot team.
You was playing in the same squad as DSA.
Yes, with Sabozzo.
Makes sense.
So, and then you come with Tottenham. Timo Werner's a scandalous man.
Come on now, Timo.
He's got 9 lives.
For real. But yeah, I just like it don't make no sense. Kai Havertz went putting himself in a shop window for Arsenal to pick him up. So Arsenal, bearing in mind, you was complaining for a good season at Jesus doing nothing, right? You was complaining. Jesus not doing anything. Jesus not good enough. Jesus not doing what he was doing at City. Bearing in mind, he wasn't doing too much at City, but okay.
But this is the problem with Arsenal. You're buying players that weren't doing anything before.
But you're in a problem. So, sorry, Arteta, like, you're a decent manager, but I don't understand who you think you are.
But this is where my sympathy, and I say it's poor management, because it's not like to say you've bought players off the back of an excellent season. When you bought Jesus, what was he doing for Man City?
Not much.
Warming their bench. When you bought Kai Havertz, what was he doing for Chelsea? Niche. They couldn't wait to take 70 million off you for him.
For real.
You didn't even have to question. So when it comes down to it, it's like, okay, you can't always do a miracle. Sometimes just buy players for their purpose.
Bro, you had the chance to buy Ivan Toney.
Listen, when Arsenal wanted to buy a forward, you had Isak on the market. Bear in mind, Newcastle were begging for people to take their players off their hands because to sort out their financial fair play was in danger. You had players, you would have got them for cheap. Right. You had Dominic Solanke in the shop window.
Went to your
rivals. You went to Tottenham. You've got Ivan Toney in the window. There were so many strikers in the window, and you thought of all those people, let me bag Kai Havertz.
Make that make sense.
What?
Make that make sense.
What's happening here?
Arteta must have had a rush of blood to the head. He must have seen something in a dream that he thought, I could do this.
Listen, whatever it is that Arteta saw, I would love to know. I'm genuinely intrigued. But my thing is, my sympathy is limited to Arsenal because it's self-inflicted, it's poor decision-making. And I think, do you know what? If, honest to God, and I'm not even being dramatic, if Arsenal don't win a major trophy, I'm not talking about no League Cup and no Mickey Mouse ridiculous trophy. Because if we're being honest, Arsenal have won no silverware since 2020. We're in 2024.
And what did they win in 2020?
And no one talks about it.
What did they win in 2020?
The FA Cup.
Oh.
It might have been the League Cup. I think it was the FA though.
I forgot about that.
You haven't won any major trophy in how many years? If Arsenal Football Club do not win the Premier League or the Champions League this season, Arteta has to go.
I say
because the excuses
I don't say
out.
This season. I say in the next 2 seasons.
I
think in the next 18 months will be an acid test for.
Because the thing is,
Arteta.
I don't understand. You've got players with a little bit of experience now. You've had unlimited budget, pretty much. You've had the time.
The reason why I say 18...
What more do you want?
The reason why I say 18 months is just literally like, okay, you've rebuilt your squad, but at the end of the day, these lot are all fresh to a title race. So
was we, though.
I know, but like, look at how long it was before we picked up a trophy under Jurgen.
Let me tell you something. That's true. But however, we didn't have that crazy net spend. We had, with anything, our net spend was negative.
But also, our manager was better. Point blank, period.
Well, that's debatable.
They don't have no damn Holy Trinity up front.
But what I'm saying is, on paper, the Liverpool squad that won the Premier League was not better than this Arsenal squad now.
No. But
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you can't say it comes.
Yeah.
You run out of excuses.
Yeah.
When Liverpool won the league, the only player, and he wasn't even playing that much football, and if it was due to injury, that had won any major trophy, Premier League, was Milner.
Yeah.
So we can't keep using the excuse of, oh, they're inexperienced. Okay, so was we.
Yeah. No, fairs.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Fairs.
So was Man City once upon a time.
Fairs.
So it gets to the point where with Arsenal, we've got to stop the excuses now. The excuses have run out.
Mm-hmm.
It's run out now. I ain't got no more excuses for you, I'm afraid.
Mm.
And that's all I have to say on Arsenal Football Club. Terrible.
Some rotten,
sort yourself out.
The rotten stuff coming from the top four.
Awful.
Really rotten. Except for Liverpool.
Anyway, I can't see below me anyway. In fact, I've got upward vision.
Mind the gap
between the train and the platform edge.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Before we sign off, before we bid you adieu,
I've got to talk about something that's gone on. It's really scandalous.
David Coote.
Because he thought he was gonna not get no smoke today. He's getting it.
All the smoke.
I tell you why I'm furious, right?
I still haven't seen the full video.
I tell you why I'm furious. So I'm really pissed off about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm absolutely livid with it. I've heard so many teams cry.
Arsenal
get number one, crying, whingy every day about agendas.
Mm-hmm.
Agenda this, agenda that, the PGMOL, the refs are against
Howard
us.
Webb hates
I said this before.
Shut up.
Liverpool have had, between the likes of Anthony Taylor, Paul Tierney and David Coote, right? No one's had more nonsense things going on than Liverpool Football Club.
Them three refs there have taken 2 leagues from us.
I could literally name about 5 off the top of my head different incidents. Okay, I'll reel off some for you. Odegaard's handball, Sadio Mane's offside, Mo Salah's one the other day. So many incidents.
That Luis Diaz
offside goal against Tottenham that was never given. There's so many incidents. Those are just the ones that come to my head.
Mm-hmm.
Where Liverpool have been clearly.
Oh, do you know what game he did? You know, Virgil
gets his ACL done. No foul even given. A Pickford. So there's so many incidents, and it just relates to the same referees. And it gets to the point where it's like, do you know what? This is getting ridiculous now. If you can sit in my face and tell me Liverpool Football Club have not been robbed by referees, they're not just referees, the same 3. It's always them 3. Tierney, Taylor, Coote.
Give me Rob Jones, even though he's jarring. He ain't
give me Rob Jones. Give me Jordan Brett. Even give me Mike.
No, give me Mike. Don't give me anyone else.
I don't care.
I don't want anyone
Mike
else.
Stern, but at least Mike makes some damn sense half the time. I'm sick, and you know David Coote is how is it acceptable?
Give me Jared Gillett, man. I'm sick of
you're saying really bad stuff. You're saying Jurgen Klopp is to see you next Tuesday. Out of order.
Sorry, that's
out of order. You've said you've hated Scousers. You're xenophobic.
Right.
Yeah.
He's also said Liverpool are shit. Just straight up.
It's not acceptable. And then you are allowed to referee. Why are you allowed to referee? And do you know what I said it? And I said it on my Twitter. Listen, Taylor and Tierney are no better. The only difference is between Taylor and Tierney, they didn't get caught on video. And I even saw some absolutely diabolical trying to say AI generated. Get up.
Your mum's AI generated.
Don't get me aggravated all the way.
Don't start.
If David Coote still has a job in Premier League football after they finish these investigations,
It can't.
How the integrity of the game will be over with.
If you've heard it here first, if this man is allowed to referee football, Premier League football again, I'm going to Stockley Park and I'm kicking the door down.
Because let me tell you something now. Why is it at the end of the day, all jokes aside, this is your job? How many times? Why is it with referees? See, I work in my job. If I don't do my job correctly,
you're getting sacked.
My manager gives me a disciplinary, whatever. You get a warning in most jobs, right? You do it again, you get formal warning. You do it again, you're gone.
Finito.
So why is it with these referees? You go to the referee, you do something naughty. They come up with some statement, we got it wrong. All that happens is, oh, you won't ref today, you'll be on VAR today, or you'll be 4th official today.
That's even worse.
And then within a week,
it's even worse. At least put them on 4th official. You know, 4th official, they can't make no decision. All you have to do is hold up the board.
All you've got to do is hold up the board and argue with the managers all day.
If the referee has done something bad as a out-and-out referee, Putting them in the VAR room is the worst thing you can do.
Why is this the form of punishment? It's ridiculous.
It's a joke.
How many times are we going to keep saying this, where referees get exposed for doing these things, and then all they say is, "Oh, it's human error." It's not. This can't be. I'm genuinely intrigued to see how they go about this, because this is beyond human error.
You have to sack him.
This is a clear vendetta against the Liverpool Football Club.
You have to sack him. And the cheek. This man said the reason why all this is going on is because he didn't like the way Jurgen Klopp spoke to him one time in a game in 2020.
This man is holding a grudge.
That was even before VAR reached the Premier League.
Not even that. Jurgen Klopp isn't even here.
For real.
The man is gone. So if that was your whole vendetta, which is what made you make the decision, is still abysmal. So how do you explain what you did on the weekend against Mo Salah?
I'm confused.
Jurgen Klopp is not here.
He's been gone for months.
He is on his retirement tour, doing up YouTubers, doing vlogs.
Isn't he the director of World Football for Red Bull? They ain't got nothing to do with us.
Jurgen Klopp's got nothing to do with Liverpool Football Club right now.
He's not even an ambassador.
And you're still keeping... It's not as to say like United with Fergie. Jurgen Klopp has nothing to do with Liverpool Football Club, and you're still getting on like that. So what is your excuse? Get him off. If I see David Coote on a Premier League football again, I'm writing a letter of complaint. Seriously, it's just ridiculous.
They're ruining the game.
It's absolutely abysmal.
Oh.
But anyway, guys, rant over.
Yeah.
But we will be back. So we've got stinky international break.
2 weeks out,
We'll be back. We may treat you to a special in between. We'll see how I'm feeling.
Yeah, it depends on how I'm feeling.
See how I'm feeling. But on that note, we will love you and leave you.
Make sure you fill out your
bingo card. As I said, there will be a prize in the form of Great British Sterling pounds.
Make sure you DM us.
And we will await your bingo cards.
Yeah.
What's it called? Eyes down when they do bingo.
Yeah, eyes down.
Eyes down. Come on, pay attention.
Whoa.
But guys, we'll love you and leave you. Comment, subscribe. Leave us, fill in our polls, play bingo, do all the good stuff.
Fill in our polls.
Get involved.
Please do. Even just DM us a rant.
We genuinely want to hear your take. When we say stuff like, "Oh,
guys,
Arsenal fans want to know," we genuinely want to know. Like, we want to know so we can then next episode
bring it up
and be
get a mention on the pod. Get an honorable mention.
Get an honorable mention. So I'm here for it. But on that note, we will love you and leave you. Sayonars.
Goodbye, guys.
Peace up.
Eight down.